Hello everyone, welcome to Through to Screenplays Pathfinder, episode 66. Woo! So far it's gonna be girls' night until Spencer gets here.
It's girls' night.
Girls' night.
Oh my god.
No,
God.
we're having girls' night tonight.
It's ladies and Garen.
Ladies and Garen, who would like to give us an overview of last episode?
Okay, so
Yay, not me this
here
time.
we go. This is not where I want to be.
Shut up.
So like, okay.
Stuff happened in junk. And
So I'm just looking for where we started. Here we are. So we started in the half-collapsed mansion because shit had gone down previous. And we were looking at it like, shit, is it safe to go in that? I don't know. So I pulled out a trident that I totally knew I had and tried to use on advice from Garen. Was it me? I
think it was
Wiggum tried to use the trident to
yes.
hold the building up.
to hold the building up, but instead
and it didn't work.
it fucked up and grabbed me.
No, you used it. And
Oh,
that's
I
what
used
it
it
grabbed
after.
you.
That's what happened. I was
Yeah.
like, I got stuck in it for a hot moment.
I think
Oh, yeah.
moral of the story is the trident didn't fucking work
Yeah.
for anything.
So we tried real hard.
Yeah.
So we went inside. We were looking for a wench, which is what I will call her from now until forever, because we didn't get a name.
No wench.
Dead. I have it as wench, like sea wench, but without an e and all one word.
We need to make a tavern in this city called the Dead Wench.
I love it. So
God.
we went looking for wench, and we found her dead body with a shit ton of broken keys. And between my craft key and Wiggum's mending magic, we were able to get 12 keys out of that shit, which made our life so much easier.
Oh my god.
So we went and we ransacked her room, and Wiggum found a pretty new rock, and we found some letters and some like shit. We then went to Arnaldo's room, and like it was dark and creeps and awesome. Wiggum got really entranced by a portrait. I got stuck in a book. Then Sybil got stuck in a book, and then nobody fucking cared for a really long time.
I
got bored.
magic people to help,
And
then
then Rook asked if he could dispel it with his axe. Just makes me giggle. I mean, I have hashtag dispel with my axe. My axe. I'm just gonna dispel with my axe. Anyway, so they got us out, or they were looking at the book for like a real long time, and then Sybil and Cersei had a moment in the book. It was obnoxious.
it was awesome.
But
It was
Sybil,
random.
it was really funny. But Sybil dispelled magic and got us all out of there. So we went to the other rooms, checked out some shit, got a lot of money. We ended up in a treasury, and that shit was good.
Thank God.
Dope.
There was one room that was an untouched study for a considerable amount of time, and we deduced that was the father's study. And things. So we then proceeded down the hall to what we assume is Madame Corsian's room.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, there was a fucking hole in the ground full of these awful creatures. And
so leaders.
So I swam over it and then went to the door, checked for traps. Definitely was not trapped by my natural one.
Yes,
and
thanks for that.
I'm like, guys, it's not trapped, and then I was turned to stone and fell into the pit of these creatures. After some hoopla of trying to get me out of there.
But at least this time, like, 4 people wanted to help get you out of there inside the book. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's so good.
You gotta take your wins when
the
you
only
can get
reason
them.
the only reason I take all of the stuff to hold is as insurance to know they'll come back and get me.
Yeah, like we have to.
You have
That's
to
our
come get
money.
me. She has our money and all of the keys and the ability to unlock the door. Damn it.
We have to bring
That's
them
why I
with
take
us.
all the things so that they have to
But
come
then
back
they
and
like
get me.
really overcomplicated the plan of getting you
Oh, yeah.
out.
It got way overcomplicated, and then eventually
6 seconds, man. It would have just taken 6 seconds.
Wiggum had it all figured out, but then it got way overcomplicated. So I'm gonna put that down to mansplaining. And it's girls' night, I can say that. And then
It's okay, you're one of the girls.
Okay.
you've always been one of the girls. And then anyway, so we managed to take care of those creatures, putting some of our fellows in some dire straits. And
We got really slow.
Is it bad that
Guys, get behind the hero.
Is it bad that my reaction to we got really slow was, well, you've always been slow, but I'm so mean.
My mom says I'm smart.
It's not true. Your mom is correct. You are a very smart and handsome gentleman.
Thank you.
With great hair. Coiffed it, I would say.
Fantabulous.
So we got done with all of the creatures, and we're standing outside of Madame Corsian's room, and I have begged the magic users to look at the door and be like, please, for God's sakes.
Please.
Because even though I am certain there are no mechanical traps on here, it's pretty obvious there's a magical one because it just fucking got me.
You know what I love? That you and I used to play the most magical characters. We used to check the shit out of everything, and now we're useless.
We're not useless.
We're not useless when it comes to magic, though.
I have a
That's
story.
okay, you're two magic users. You're like, hee hee hee. Let's blow shit up.
Yeah, we're
I have a
like,
story to tell you guys later about magic.
Oh no.
Oh. And they're both being played by me tonight.
That's upsetting.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That is
Exciting.
really upsetting.
We don't have a civil, so we don't have someone to keep us in line.
I mean,
so
I'm
here's
kind of
fucking
civil,
go.
but I'm gonna be very
Pseudo-civil.
quiet about
Civil,
her.
if you will.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's for the best when she's not here, but... What? Am I
Sorry,
wrong?
Cooper, you're not here to defend yourself.
Am I wrong?
No, it just sounded really.
Come at me, bro.
Through the camera, even.
He just crashed.
Oh shit!
Alright. So, now you guys have slowly opened the door to Madame Corsian's room. You're no longer slowed
Okay.
as it pushes open.
No, I'm not going in there.
It's
You go in there.
It's very dark. You're
Hey, magic folks, can make light, please? Can you make light, please?
Jumping on.
Is that even a thing?
I don't know, it's dark.
Sybil's gonna cast.
soul!
Sybil's gonna cast
I mean-
daylight.
Actually, I was gonna cast something too.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
I was like,
You just sounded like you didn't have a magic or a light thing. So.
I have a light.
Oh.
Yeah,
Didn't
so
use
I'm
it.
gonna go ahead and cast light.
Are you sure you're not going to bring out your ever-burning slab?
You know, yes, actually, I will. I will bring out my burning slab.
Oh. I'll pull out my ever-burning torch. I forgot I had
Guess what?
that.
Well, wait a minute. Will it be lit underwater?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's
ever-burning.
magic. It's
So,
not...
I'll
as
bring
you pull out an
my
ever-burning
regular
torch, you see this big wax slab with a little flame on the end of it come out of...
Garen takes out his regular torch and puts it back.
I gotta say, I like it. I don't know what it is, but I like it.
It's my ever-burning slab.
Proud of you. Shall we go in?
I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw this in, like, Frisbee style.
Okay, why don't you roll and add your dexterity modifier?
Just breaks.
Oh.
Donk.
No,
And
you have more pieces.
You have ever-burning slab shards.
I like it.
5 plus 3.
We'll make necklaces.
So, you're not used to throwing something like a frisbee underwater, so it kind of goes... and flops onto the ground, about a foot ahead of you.
Can I see him?
You see the outlines of most of this. You see the outlines of a very large 4-poster bed, large wardrobe, beautiful curtains that seem to be almost made of like a purple velvet. But what's interesting about this space that's different from the ones you've been in before is there is no water in this room.
That's upsetting.
I
So
like
your
it.
disc was like.
It's super special.
No, it still made that movement because she fucked up real bad. But because she doesn't know how to throw a frisbee that goes from water to air. That's really, it was the transitional period.
Got it.
I got you.
The first thing I want to do is detect magic in the room.
Okay, so why don't you roll a spellcraft check for me?
Do you want the percentile die first?
Yes, I do. Wait a second. Before you do the percentile die, are you in the airspace?
I am in the airspace.
Then you do not need the percentile die. But as you step in there, you're starting to choke on the fact that there's no water. So I need you to make a dex check to pull the thing out of your own throat.
Woohoo! 7. 4 plus 3.
You're poking the back of your throat, but you can't quite get it out.
I'd like to do the Heimlich to get it out of her throat.
All right, roll a heal check.
God, okay. Okay, 13 plus 3, that's not bad. That's 16.
Yeah. The disc flies out.
Thank you.
Although now that you've stepped into the air, you start to feel.
Pull it out. That's a 4 plus 5.
You start to choke on her.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to scare it.
I'm just
Okay, there's a 16 plus 3, so it's a 19.
Oh no, not that.
I'm gonna just step in and try.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
okay.
dex check?
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 plus 5.
Well.
Did you guys see where mine went?
Did I see where hers went?
Roll a perception
Okay,
check.
cool.
With disadvantages, you're probably focused on rhythm choking.
So that was 4 plus 14, so 18.
9.
You saw it disappear in the direction of the wardrobe, but it kind of faded out.
It went towards the wardrobe, I think.
Okay.
Can I go check the wardrobe for traps?
Where's that?
I
chicken?
really want to detect magic first.
Okay.
Yeah, can we
Go back.
Can we general perception to make sure there's not like a manticore sitting on the bed or something?
Yes, you can roll perception checks and then detect magic.
Thank you.
15 and 14.
19 plus 14.
You look and you see the manticore looking.
It's dancing on one of the poles.
I start throwing money at it.
Alright, so I'm sorry, what did you get for your perception checks?
21.
19 plus 14.
23, 21.
Oh,
29.
33.
Oh, 33.
Yeah.
29.
Okay. You guys don't notice
The manticore.
much going on in this room, but you.
There's no manticore.
There's a manticore
It's
pole
a-
dancing, dude.
It's a manatee.
Pole dancing. There's a manatee pole dance.
I mean,
Always
you've never
with
seen
the
me
whispers
dance.
that these two.
Well,
Secrets
he doesn't-
don't make friends.
He doesn't know how to whisper, so we have to keep talking so we can't hear him.
Like, for real though, like, it's always those two.
I know, but also, like, if we don't keep talking, you can absolutely hear him.
Like, he could whisper me.
What do you
and
mean
just be
you
like,
can hear me?
What do you
So-
mean that this is not
He
whispering?
could just be like, "You're really beautiful, Garen," and I'll sit down and be like, "Ooh."
Alright. So, as you're currently sitting in the room, you decide you want to check for. You are doing detect mag.
Thank you.
That's happening first because she told me about it.
Okay.
Guys,
Okay,
what am I
spellcraft
supposed
check?
to, like,
What are
go
you.
camping?
Just a general part of
Just
the
a
room?
general.
Okay. So, you're going to spend like 18 seconds doing that and do
Yeah.
a spellcraft check.
Oops.
3 plus 18, so 21.
You're going around the room. There's a trap on the door.
No shit.
There's
But-
a trap on the door.
I noticed.
But in this
Really?
room, there's a lot of static from the broken the spell that was protecting these rooms. So you're not able to really detect much
Okay.
unless it has a really strong aura. There doesn't seem to be a strong aura within the near vicinity.
Okay.
So, like, why is this place full of air?
Because she had a air-breathing lover. I have no idea. I'm just
That
making,
was very deductive of you, and I holy shit.
blatantly making shit up right now.
I like it though.
I mean, it made sense, but like, I don't know. The other option is she's not actually merfolk, but I mean, her kids are, so that doesn't work out.
Are they?
But like, what if her father was merfolk, or that the husband was merfolk? Hey, it's all good. Like,
Because like, she could like not be, but have been disguised as one, and then have like a thing because you can speak Aquan through it. We know that, right? We talked about that one. I told you all
like,
that.
I think I recall you mentioning that.
Yeah, I feel like I said that out loud.
Yeah.
If I didn't, I'm saying it out loud now.
No,
you
like,
can speak
it's
Aquan
cool.
through it. It's like cool.
Wait, that's how you speak awkward? Or
Well-
do you like naturally speak awkward?
No, I speak Aquan,
Okay, that's cool.
but like, you can do it easily with the thing. It's so much easier than speaking common. So, like, if she had something like that...
I mean, like, she could also just learn Darkwood, probably.
I mean, yeah, but, like, if she had that kind of thing, it could make her blend in with merfolk better, because she could speak Aquan, be, like, disguised,
You're right.
and, like, still sound normal.
Well, maybe if we rifle through her shit, we'll know why. But,
Fuck
like,
yeah!
it makes sense that she would leave her family and shit, like...
Yeah, because if
And
she's not a
security.
merfolk and there's, like, disguise shit...
You're really fucking smart.
No, I'm just making
like,
wild
like-
stories.
I like it. Just keep thinking like that.
But you zone back into the conversation.
So, I would like to go check the wardrobe for traps.
Sure, you disable device.
That's a 7. It's a 7.
Okay.
It's a 7. I thought it was too. That's why I had
no!
this. The ones right here. That's how I know. The ones on the side.
Like
it's
on
fine.
this angle.
I know. I did it too. That's why I sat up.
It's just like,
That's
you're
why
in
we-
this character, man.
Woo! I love her, but she doesn't do
A
well.
black
wild
cat.
So she goes one way or the other, y'all. 7 plus 18, so 25.
As far as you can tell, there's no traps in the wardrobe.
Okay, you said there wasn't magic on this? Because there ain't no mechanical traps.
I'm gonna go and detect magic just on the wardrobe.
Okay. Spellcraft check.
It's better than the last one.
6 and 18. So 24.
Doesn't appear to be any magic on the wardrobe.
I don't think so.
Detect magic.
As you pull it, there's chains wrapped around.
Like invisible chains or
There's
actual
There's
chains?
actual chains
They have like a
wrapped
lock
around.
on them, or are they
No,
just chained?
there's no lock.
Yeah!
But it's one continuous chain.
Ooh. Y'all, they took my wire cutters.
I've got a falchion. Wait, wait.
I've got a sword.
Hold on, knock. Okay, I have...
Ooh, ooh. Can I tell what kind of metal they are?
You could roll a knowledge nature check.
Okay, that's not gonna be great, but 16.
I have a file.
They're shiny. It could be silver or mithril.
You want to borrow my file?
Yeah. So here's the question.
I don't know how that works, but...
Rusting powder. Is it powder that rusts or powder that keeps things from rusting?
I will have to look it up.
I'll look up iron file.
Because,
Earth file.
File's probably iron. I would assume it wouldn't go on anything unless it's iron or
Okay.
lower. So you said it was rusting powder?
yes.
Let me look it up.
I don't know if that is things that keep stuff from rusting or make it rust. And that's kind of a distinction.
Yeah, that's like really important.
I don't
stuff.
have that item in the...
I think it was part of a kit.
What kit?
I don't remember. I just have it.
non-rusting
I
kit?
just have it written down as rusting powder.
Rusting powder.
It's in with my casting platter.
Oh, okay.
casting
It's in
plaster
Alchemical Creations.
and impact foam. I have it in with that, but
Is this from my book?
it would have to
If I
be.
could
I don't know
actually
any-
I would hope so.
freaking type
It-
something.
Like, I don't have anything I'm carrying in that section of my stuff that isn't from your book.
Powder rusting. Causes iron and similar metals to corrode and fall apart.
Oh, nice. Give me back my file.
There's your file.
Thank you.
Well,
Let's see. Rusting powder is sold in a paper tube.
Yep.
Does not affect gold, silver, copper, brass, bronze, or mithril. But easily affects iron, steel, and adamantine.
so this looks like it's either silver or mithril.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I won't use it. I won't waste my powder. Yeah, I think I'm gonna break that on this.
Yeah, go for it. I can always buy another one.
Well, I
The
think
filer? Or the...
yeah, I think I'm gonna break the file on this. If this is
Oh,
it'd
okay.
be really nice if I had my adamantine wire saw right about now.
Put it away.
I want to start looking at like the hinges of the door.
What if we, like, don't any of you magic folk have, like, fire spells you can, like, burn the metal to, like, make it weak or something?
I don't know if we
low on spells here.
Yeah, well, like, yeah.
I don't know if we want to use fire around. It's a wooden thing, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if we want to use fire on the wood. We might just burn the whole thing.
Well, I just meant, like, burning grass or something. I don't know, like, just to heat the metal.
Is that a thing people
I don't
do?
know, but, like, never mind. Forget what I said.
Is that a thing people can do?
I don't know. I
Perception to
hope
look at the
so.
hinges.
Okay.
I really hope so. Ow.
19.
The hinges are not visible from the outside. It seems like it's built with the hinges on the inside. To prevent just what you're thinking of doing.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the chain.
Okay?
Hey, girl, you want
Spellcraft check 3 plus 18 is 21. Using burning hands to melt the
It might. Burning Hands does have
Make
a
a
range,
make
so
a touch attack against it.
if not, Rook's just gonna smash it with his axe.
Yeah, no, if not, I'm just gonna
What's
ask
the touch
Rook to
attack?
smash.
Huh?
What's the touch attack? It's a d20 plus my.
Your base attack bonus
It's basically an
plus
attack modifier.
Okay.
You're just
Yeah.
attacking, like you would with your mace.
16
You hit it.
plus 5.
Okay. So why don't you roll the damage?
Make sure you're pointing it at the floor or something.
Yeah, see the difference? It's
Yeah,
like
I see
so
that.
little.
Just at this angle from
I
this
know.
distance, I was
I
like,
saw
oh.
it like
So
that.
Wiggum kind of grabs the chain with her fingers behind it and points down at the floor with the chains in her grasp.
I'm trying to find out how much.
1d6, I think, per spell level up to level 5, so I think 5d6. Right?
1d4.
Oh, okay. Oops.
I don't have that many. I don't have any. Son of a.
1, 2.
So you have 4d4? 5d4?
5d4. 1. That's 3.
Ah.
7. 10. And then one more. 12.
So you watch as the metal, as the flames hit it, it starts to turn red and it warps a little, but it doesn't quite break. But it's very hot and seems to be sagging under
Rook's
its
just
weight.
gonna go, "Ah!" like, hit it.
Make a dexterity check to not hit the cabinet.
Or
Okay.
me.
Well, I mean,
Or
if he
Wiggum.
hits the cabinet, tough luck, natural 20.
Now roll damage.
Okay.
Not on me.
1d8 plus 5 plus 3, so where's my d8? There you are. Cookie, get out of the way.
Cookie.
That's 11, 14.
He slices through it like butter, doesn't even touch the cabinet.
Yeah!
Like Wiggum being so close, you can watch as it's a hair's breadth away from.
You
But
see
Rook
like
having
one little
mashed-
strand of hair.
and he slices through it and the chains fall to the
Sliced
floor.
bread!
Slice bread!
Bread.
Ah!
Did I find Narnia?
Come on, guys, there's another world in here.
Fuck you, my wardrobe.
There's a little goat man talking to me.
Not again.
Fuck, I hate those
It's like
shits.
we've wandered into our world,
Just
So you
on
open
other
the
side of
cabinet.
world.
and all of a sudden Cersei walks out of the door.
You see a bunch of clothes hanging in here. They seem rather nice.
Let's take them. Right up
As her hands are still
Are they
holding the
from
door open.
Musicom?
They appear to be, but they're like a robe,
We could
so
like
anything
sell
can really
that.
wear them.
Can you grab me something?
So
to take with
as you
myself?
try and take your hands off of the door, make a reflex save.
For fuck's sake!
Okay. 14 plus 12, so 26.
Okay.
That's not
It feels sticky, but you remove your hands.
No! Rook smash!
Initiative against the
Smash.
mimic.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't have Sybil's paper, so
Well,
I
and
guess
Sybil's not
she's just
fighting.
not gonna be in this fight. I'll do Rook though.
Okay, so I'm
Unless
gonna.
you just don't want Rook.
We
So
want
that's
Rook.
Well,
in this fight.
13,
Put it in her room.
This is the wrong room.
Yes, it is.
13 and 14.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Sorry, there's a lot of little things in here,
He's
guys.
stuck with the girls heckling him today.
What else is new?
Right?
I will end all of you.
13 plus 2 is
Not if
my
we end
initiative.
you first, bitch!
You know we're the party. You know if you kill us, just the
We
life
kinda
of the party is
outnumber
gone.
you.
Right?
And 2 out of 3 of us are bigger than you. This is what we call a bullying situation.
I'm also stronger than he is, though.
Oh, yeah,
So, I mean,
no.
we're cool.
No.
We
Well,
good.
so is
All-
most of my cat.
Zepe and
3 of
Sybil
us
are sitting
stronger
outside
than him, but
admiring
2 out of 3 are
the
bigger.
rubble.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we call bullying.
Trevor says he gets off in a few minutes.
Good.
Okay.
We're fighting a mimic. I like that I just pull back. Rock smash!
Alright, so everyone
Mimic.
roll initiative.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. Who got above a 20?
Chirp, chirp.
Beep, 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 beep.
Who got between a 20 and a 15?
17.
15.
15 for Karen. 15
Okay, roll off.
3.
6.
9.
12.
Okay, so Garen.
Okay.
Alright.
3.
Battle music.
I like that it's just chill. That we're like, oh fuck.
I mean, we're still.
Nah.
Oh, and then Rook.
Yeah, he got 13.
Oh,
That's what I was waiting for.
okay, and Garen got.
15.
Okay,
He
perfect.
beat Wiggum.
Okay,
It's way up.
and Rook.
Here's your goddamn battle music.
Ah!
Thank you.
Welcome.
Name dies the mimic to start playing the disappointed song.
Brrr. Brrr, brrr, brrr.
The one I'm pretty sure you've just relabeled Meg. But
I honestly didn't mean for that song to turn into the Meg song.
It was so good.
It just happened.
It was so good. So perfectly timed. I couldn't help it.
Too perfect.
What
Okay,
I
I'm
like is
done.
that no one said anything as I spelled
All
down
right.
started eating pizza too.
So Circes,
Yo, boy.
it's gonna make a slam attack against you. What's your AC?
God damn.
Use your flat-footed because you haven't acted yet.
17.
Okay.
I gotta research Southern
You take
Crazy.
18 points of bludgeoning damage and are grappled as you are adhered to the mimic.
Oh shit.
Your body is pulled up against it as its doors whap whap. Think the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, but she was lovely though. I like her.
Well, yeah, she's a costumer.
Yeah.
Alright. Circes,
Can I break grapple?
you can make an escape artist check or a combat maneuver bonus. Or make a combat maneuver.
Oh, escape artist, that shit.
Okay.
He said you knew that.
18 plus 16, so lots. That's a 34? 34.
You manage to peel yourself off. Your hair kind of sticks to it. But you've moved away. You have your move action.
Push me.
Can I just like not? Can I just be like, Rock Smash!
You'll get an attack of opportunity against you if you move.
Fuck it.
Okay, so you start to move. Let's see if it hits you. Your AC. Now that you're moving.
22.
Oh, whatever.
No.
Rock Smash! Rock Smash!
These are 10-foot squares.
Okay.
Garen. Yeah. So Garen
Oh no.
is gonna start fucking shooting at it with the full round attack. Because I can.
Okay.
First attack. 10 plus 21, actually 22, because I'm within 30 feet of that motherfucker.
-2 for the distance.
No, because they're not underwater anymore.
Oh, you're right.
Ah!
Gold star.
So that's like 20 or 32, probably.
You're trying to hurt my boy.
Just
again.
barely hits.
Okay, second
No, it hits.
attack is 2 plus 16, 17, sorry, so 19.
That does not hit.
Okay, so second one does not hit. Third one's a nat 20.
Roll to confirm.
Thanks, Davina. 5 plus 21.
You critical.
Okay, cool. Oh, 20. 2 because he's savage or anatomist. And the last one does 15 plus 16.
That does hit. So
So the second one doesn't hit. So the first one
it's
use the double arrow. I'll just roll it twice. 13,
okay.
11.
Okay, so 24.
Yes. Did I critical on the second to last one?
Yes.
You missed the first. You missed the second one, and then
Yes.
you critical.
Critical.
So this is the critical.
So this is a critical. It does. So hold on. That does 4 times 2. So 8 plus 10, so 18.
Okay.
And then the final one does
2.
18 also.
So 60.
How many attacks do you
Sorry.
get?
My, if I do a full round action, I get 4 in one turn. Because I
Dope.
have a speed and then quick rapid fire. Oh, also, the critical is times 3, so that was
4
4
times
times
3.
3, so sorry.
12.
12
Okay, so that is
plus 10, so 22.
64.
I
Rook.
think I'm in love.
He rages. He's gonna go, he's gonna go right there
Okay.
and attack right next to it.
Alright, you get an attack of opportunity as it enters its threatened square.
Fucking do it!
What's his AC?
When he's raging, it's -2, right?
Yes.
I can't tell if that's 19 or 17.
17.
Okay, so I guess 15?
Alright. It hits,
Okay.
and he takes 8 points minus his 2 for his armor bonus for whatever rager he is, so
So 10.
yes.
He takes 10 damage.
Yes, it's -2 from whatever I tell you. And
Okay, cool.
he is now grappled.
Ah, fuck.
So he can
Wait,
use...
does it have to roll against his combat maneuver
No.
defense?
He does not.
Well, he's still gonna attack it.
Alright, so if you're grappled and making an attack,
That's what the barbarian's gonna do.
Barbarian's like, whatever. You think you have me, I have you!
it takes a -2 on all attack rolls and combat maneuver checks.
Okay.
And it can take no action, requires 2 hands to perform.
Okay. So, he's gonna attack, well, he has to attack two-handed, so that is 7 plus 4 plus 10. So,
21?
yes, that. 21.
Minus the 2,
Oh, so 19.
that does not hit.
Fuck! Ah! That's
Wiggum!
Tempting.
Sorry if I kill your character, Spencer. But I'm not sorry. Secretly. He's got a shit fucking ton of health, okay?
So I'm gonna go ahead. Damn it! I can't. What I want to do is cast Inflict Moderate Wounds
Hell you!
on it.
That's a touch, isn't it?
I'm not sure. That's
I
what I
think
It
it's
is.
it's a touch.
Yeah. So never mind.
I say, I don't know if that'll work against it, but we can look.
Never mind, I can't be bothered.
I can't be bothered.
Can't be bothered.
I'm not bothered.
I'm not bothered.
Must I bother it?
Art thou bothered?
Must I bother it, forsooth? Look at that my face. Look at that my face. Is this the bothered face thou seest before thee?
This is like Shakespearean rap right now.
Right? God.
If you've not seen the Catherine Tate bit that I am directly quoting, I have to show it to you.
I'm just
You
gonna
have
hold.
to show it to me.
Alright. It is its turn. It's going to take its body and pull Rook inside it.
Can he fight against it?
No, because he's grappled with it.
He can't combat maneuver bonus his way out of it.
No, not this one. It'll be on his turn.
His turn, okay. Cool.
So he's being pulled in,
Why is this?
and you hear screaming as Rook is pulled into the wardrobe.
Fucking hate it!
I like that. I would love it if it was like a small child scream, and you're like, where the
He
fuck
takes
is that coming
14
from?
points of bludgeoning damage as the wardrobe squeezes him.
Okay.
Oh, it's like when your aunt comes to visit, like your great aunt comes to visit, and she's like, "Give me a squeeze," and then she sucks
squeezes
the
your
life out of
cheeks,
you.
and she's like, mwah, mwah, mwah.
Circe's.
So, after that,
The first one,
ooh,
the second one's a natural 20, but the first one is 22 to hit,
That hits.
and the second one's a natural 20.
They roll to confirm.
That will be a 23 to hit.
That confirms.
Okay. So the first one was not the critical. And no one is technically flanking.
Poof.
Sad. Is
No, Rook is not. Oh, also.
No, he's not. Oh, poof.
that's
Is he inside of it?
He is inside the wardrobe.
Okay.
plus, so it's 1 plus 5, so 6.
Okay.
The second one, damn it, is 7. So then roll the 1.
Garen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I did
Yes.
last time.
Okay.
Just let go of my brother! That's 8 plus 22.
That hits.
So the double arrows are 14 and 18.
Okay.
Alright, second attack. Natural 20.
Roll to confirm.
God, I'm good rolls today. 4 plus 16 plus 1, so 21.
Barely hits.
Okay. So that's a critical then?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4 times 3, so 12 plus 10, so 22.
Okay.
Getting lucky today. It's because we're missing 2 people.
Because we're missing 2 people.
Yeah,
We're trying
I'm
to make
making
up.
up the deficit here.
We're just trying to make up.
Alright,
2 people.
third attack.
I launched your
Natural
mouse.
19, which is not a critical, but still cool. Plus 16 is probably
I
hits.
keep forgetting
I'm
that straight on
sorry.
a 19.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Should
14.
Watch out for that.
I'm only good at one thing, so I'm not sorry. Next
Sorry,
hit
not
is
sorry.
15 plus 16. 17. Probably hits. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Next one does 12 force of damage.
Rook.
I guess we're gonna kill it from the inside out. 'cause
He has
we're-
to make. He can try and attack, but he's in a very confined space, so it would be at disadvantage, or he can try and escape it.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why does Rook go next?
Because Rook came after.
And then Wiggum's after Rook.
I
Unless,
think-
unless you're.
No.
you
No, you
Wait,
came
I-
after.
first.
No, I know. You're right.
We
You're right.
both rolled 15.
Yeah, we both rolled
She
15.
won.
Oh, that's
I
right.
got
Right.
3,
Yep.
and then it was Rook.
You're right.
I made a mistake. You're
Sorry.
right.
It's okay.
Wiggum.
Going to get my morning star out.
Okay.
Am I able to cast Mage Armor and still hit?
No.
Then I'm just gonna hit it.
Okay.
Wiggum, no!
Wiggum, yes.
14 plus the hell? 5, 19.
That's it. Plus your base attack bonus and your strength
Oh.
modifier.
I don't have any attack spells.
14 plus 8 is 22.
That hits.
Okay.
So roll damage.
Sorry.
And since it's the of speed, do I get to do twice?
We'll find out after this.
5 plus 1 plus 3. So 9.
Okay. Make a strength check as it becomes stuck.
Fucking minutes.
6 plus 3.
That's the
so
beauty
9.
of playing
The weapon
with
is
both.
stuck to the mimic.
Oh hell no!
It's the
Oh, the
beauty of
blink.
blink.
Are you gonna still hold on to the weapon?
Hell yes!
Okay. So it is. Since you can't pry it off, you don't get your other attacks with the weapon.
Fair.
Rook.
Go
He's gonna try to get the fuck out of there.
Wait, can he? If he's raging,
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
I think he can. I think he's
don't
forced
know,
to have
man,
to
I
attack.
don't play.
I don't think he can do any.
I'll just attack it then.
Okay, yeah, he can't do a steel artist, unfortunately.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Okay, roll to confirm.
18.
You hear a
10.
as the weapon clatters to the floor. From the inside of the wardrobe here.
Ah! He's gonna punch it for his second attack. Because
Okay.
why the fuck not? Or could he pick it up? No, he can't pick it up. He's grappled. Okay, he's gonna punch it. 10 plus 10 plus 2, so 22.
-2 for being grappled.
I already did that.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
he hits.
1d4.
Yeah.
Okay. Just punch it. That's 4 plus 4, so 8.
Alright, 8 points of non-lethal damage.
I would really love it if that was all it took. And it's like, how do you want to do this? Rook just rips it apart from the
So
inside.
you hear and the wardrobe shakes.
Yeah, you go, Rokoho!
It is now the Mimic's turn. It rears back, and its doors open, and Rook comes flying out at Garen and Wiggum,
Oh,
along with a blob of liquid.
Does his axe come too?
Yes,
Okay.
in the blob.
Okay.
So,
Projectile puking.
Am I still holding? Do I move with
oh,
my
you were
Morning
moved with
Star?
it, weren't you?
Yeah.
Reflex.
So I would. Am I flying back with the doors?
Make a strength check.
Eight plus 3 is 11.
No, it pulled out of your hand, and then Rukoho spit it out. What is your ACs?
Oh, not reflex save. AC is 21.
17.
Alright, you're both hit as Rook comes flying out. Rook takes... I guess you all would take the same damage. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, all of you,
Okay.
and then 10 points of
What?
acid damage.
I'm not a part of this, am I?
Not you, those two.
Okay, I just was like, wait, hold
And
up.
8 points of acid damage, and you are now entangled
We're gonna die, motherfuckers.
by the sticky spit. So Rook is now- And you guys are thrown back 5 feet.
For fuck's sake, where is the pen?
Make a reflex save to stay standing. Except for Rook. Rook is not going to stand.
10.
17.
Alright, you managed to stay standing upright. Wiggum, you are knocked prone.
Okay.
Circes.
Is it a move action to take out a weapon?
Depends on where it is. Is it in your bag of holding?
No.
Where is it kept?
I was keeping it with me,
How? Is it hanging off your side?
like on my bag.
It would be a move action, yes.
I don't know if this is gonna help, but I'm gonna try.
Wait a
For my
second.
move, I'll take out my trident,
Okay.
and I'd like to try and use the entangle on the mimic.
Okay. What is the save it needs to make?
DC 17 reflex.
Okay.
Spencer!
You're fighting a mimic.
You got eaten, but now you got spit out. So congrats.
You're prone currently.
It makes its reflex save.
Oh.
So the coral comes up in spikes and starts to try to wrap around the mimic, but it just kind of jumps. Kind of a half hop on top of it, breaking the coral.
That's exciting. That's all I can do.
Garen.
Yeah, Garen's gonna start shooting at it again.
Alright.
Because why the hell not? Actually, no. I'm not gonna use the explosive arrow, that's dumb. Okay.
You get a -2 on attack rolls and a -4 on dexterity for being entangled.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 19. So I still get the close range shot.
Yep.
Okay.
There's like nothing
So
to this, but it's actually
the first
helping
arrow
quite a bit.
does 16, and the second arrow with that does something. 12.
Alright. How'd you like to do this?
Oh,
Yay.
cool. I would like to, if I see it like closing the doors, I just want to like shoot the arrow so it splinters the doors apart. So it
Alright.
just blows it open.
So as Garen's double arrow fires, both of them seem to spiral and then flare out at the end, hitting each of the doors, blowing them open, and the mimic collapses against the wall.
Fucking cabinets, man.
You-
What the fuck?
The three of you two are still knocked prone, Rukoho and Wiggum, and the three of you are still covered in this acid spit, which is slowly eating away at you. You take 2 points of acid damage. You're currently raging.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Let's nullify it. Oh, I guess not acid.
Not yeah.
I'm gonna take out my decanter
Okay.
and just rinse off.
Okay, you are no longer covered in acid.
And
What
rinse it.
what setting are you using it on?
The middle setting, not geyser.
Not
Fountain?
geyser.
Fountain.
Alright, so Wiggum
Guys!
gets all of you in this airless room. Or, I'm sorry,
Waterless
waterless room.
We are in a waterless room. We are in an air-filled room currently.
Yay.
Alright, you are currently non-acidified.
Sorry, guys.
What are you sorry for?
I guess I'll pull a water skin out and douse myself with all of it, I suppose. Or
I think
I
she
just
Wiggum
doused-
just-
Oh, you
Wait.
did me too?
Yeah. she got
I
all
did
of you.
everybody.
William got all the people.
She's got endless water.
I'm gonna...
As you've washed off, something wrapped in black liquid thumps to the floor.
Don't just
I'm just gonna look at it. I'm not
just
gonna poke
holding
it. I just want to look.
I'm gonna pull her. Don't fuck it up.
I'm just gonna poke it with a dagger.
Do what you want.
You poke it with a
It
dagger.
kills you.
A black liquid squirts out and hits your hand.
You
It
guys-
smells foul.
That's gross. I told you.
Is this like a mimic heart? Is this like the actual mimic?
Roll knowledge nature.
Sure.
The fuck is this bullshit?
What the fuck is that?
I
That's
actually
a
have nature knowledge
15
too.
plus 11 is 26.
4.
Maybe.
I have almost no way of knowing what
Rook,
this
you
is.
think this is definitely the heart. You
11.
know that mimics don't really have this type of anatomy.
11 and 11.
You also know that they do not have this sort of anatomy.
Do I know what it is?
It looks like something wrapped in black cloth.
So no.
I'm just gonna let them figure out what it is.
Okay. Wiggum, you get the same information.
Okay.
Any ideas, Fox?
It's a thing wrapped in cloth. But it's not the heart, because like mimics don't really... Cabinets don't have hearts.
It's starting to drip down your arm.
Give me a second.
No.
Put
I
it
mean,
down.
yes, but like...
I'm
Put
gonna
it down.
rinse off her hand.
It takes a little bit. It's almost oily and greasy, but it does eventually come off.
I use a little
But
bit
the
of soap.
smell is definitely...
I use soap. I have soap.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my morning star.
Okay.
Back of my glove.
Okay. Make a strength check to pull it off of the adhesive on the mimic.
17 plus
Yes.
3.
You schluck it right off.
It's like Yzma stuck in the mud.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Unseen Servant
Okay.
to try to open or remove this black outer layer.
Okay. The unseen servant appears,
How?
I thought...
unseemingly.
Circe turns around and is, or Sybil turns around and is like, oh my, you guys did make a mess of this.
Yeah!
What happened?
Zempe has his pipe and his fake
There's
puffing
like
on it.
there's like a cabinet that wasn't a cabinet that tried to eat it. It's fine.
So as the unseen servant pulls, you see more of this black liquid and the smell start to pour out. And as you keep going, what you see is a skull
Ooh.
White. with almost yellow, because it hasn't been sun bleached, and like remnants of muscle and skin and sinew.
Is it a merfolk skull?
Have you
Knowledge
ever,
I'm
nature.
asking. I'm not. I have no idea. But
have
I'm
you ever
asking.
seen a merfolk skull?
Yes, we have.
In the anatomy books we got out of
Not
Marcus.
even the anatomy books. He had a skeleton.
And you have the healing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ah.
totally. Rolling
What did
it.
you get?
Rolling it. No, it's 18. 7 plus 11.
19 plus 11.
Yes, you can even identify the gender.
Ooh.
Ah.
For
I'm sorry, the
forensic
sex. The sex of it.
scientist over there.
Right?
It's really hard to
Male.
Male.
determine a gender fit. Spell, okay.
Is it unwrapped?
You can,
Oh, wait.
It's only just the head, and then the
Most
liquid starting to
But it's
pour
kind
out.
of difficult.
You have to
Okay.
like really like.
She's a
There's
forensic
scientist.
red and black scales that are still present, but a lot of everything else is worn
Did
away.
she kill her fucking husband and keep his head in a closet?
Oh, it's
Who
not. There's an
said-
entire length of this.
Oh, who said she killed him? But like, why would you keep it in a closet?
I don't know if
So
it's
I'm
him,
gonna
but
see
like,
if I can use my
Ugh.
decanter and keep it on fountain setting, but plug it with my thumb. You know how you do with
You're gonna
the
try and
hose?
hose it
And
off.
hose it off.
Okay.
Uh,
As William starts to hose this off, the black liquid is spattering everywhere
No!
around the room, reflecting back.
Garen just like steps the fuck away from that. Like,
I'm aiming it away from you guys.
It's
He's
hard to
still-
aim because you're
he's
hitting
still-
curves, it's splattering back.
he's
You're
just
getting covered in some of
disgusted,
this
so
watered
he's
down
moving.
black liquid.
I mean, we're gonna swim away. from
Everyone
here.
in this room
Fucking
who's
fine.
not outside in the water, make a fortitude save.
Great.
Sorry, guys.
18.
22 for Garen, and then I finally got
31.
Civil's page,
Eight.
so she has
Or
like
18.
oh,
See, because it's a
actually,
Y'all-
13 and a 5.
You kind of feel your lunch at the back of your throat, but you manage to fight it back.
and she has a plus 15, so that's
Sybil's out in the water
23.
still, isn't she?
No, she came in.
Okay.
23.
Okay, you all managed to fight back the vomit at the back of your throats. But there's flecks of, like Rook, you see that there's a merfolk scale that just kind of
It's not the best.
glues
part.
itself with
That's
the black smelly liquid onto your top of your hand.
It's come off.
Oh, it comes off. It's just a little sticky and oily.
Sorry, guys.
Not eating it this time.
Can I? Well, this
He's like,
scary
perfume.
thing is happening. Can I go poke through the desk?
You go up to the desk.
Poke, poke, poke. Hey, are you alive?
Your finger does not stick to the desk.
Okay.
Was there anything else in the black goop that she's spraying everywhere?
There's so far you haven't seen it. There's still water being sprayed at it.
Okay.
You start to try and go in and it's locked.
Not for long. Is it trapped?
You have to check for traps first.
21.
As far as you can tell, there's no traps.
Okay, it won't be locked long. 21.
Pull out your thieves. Do you have thieves tools?
I think somebody gave me theirs.
Okay.
I gave you mine.
Yeah, somebody gave me theirs for while we're underwater.
Okay, so
I
you're
lost both sets of thieves
you
tools
start
to
moving
getting down
and
here.
it doesn't quite catch.
I'll try a different drawer.
Okay.
Oh. 22.
Still is stuck and you.
Try a fucking different drawer. Thank you. That was on a 2 and a 3, by the way.
Oh wow.
So 16 and 18. Or wait, no. Sorry. Yes. I was looking at a
33.
different thing. So was 33.
As you pull out the drawer, it kind of sticks, and you watch as the top of the desk rises. Because there's like a lip at the back, and it's kind of a hutch desk, and at the top, what you see pop out is a black box
I think I'm
with
making
like
you scared with
silver
this
metal
music.
studs
Yeah.
that are built into it, and pearls that line the edges.
I'm gonna just pull out a silver dagger and then just tap it ever so lightly
Okay.
to make sure.
You're lightly tapping it, being careful not to scratch the
Yeah,
finish.
but just enough to be like, "Are you alive?"
It doesn't seem
You're
to
gonna
be alive
hold
and
me?
responding to light pokes.
Okay, I put the dagger away.
Forever. Are you alive? Are you alive?
Is it this one?
How
Is it this one?
much of the body is
This one?
exposed at this point?
At this point, you've managed to get kind of the chest cavity area, but
Oh,
it's
it's
about the same condition. Everything's liquefied. There appear to be no articles of clothing that you can tell.
I'm bored.
The smell is rank.
Keep going. Expose the trophy.
You go ahead. I'm gonna hand him
You
mine.
have a magic bottle that squirts water.
Just keep your thumb on it and spray
Okay.
it off.
You follow directions
Okay,
well.
what the fuck?
You're not
Oh,
rolling. You're just.
Okay.
You start cleaning off the rest of the body. You're starting to spray more of the liquid because you don't quite have Wiggum's finesse yet. So
Is
there's,
there anything else of note, like any other desks or nightstands or anything?
there's 2 nightstands on either side of the bed.
I'll check one.
There's also whatever the hell that is.
That's what
That
was
moment
that?
when he does it.
I don't remember what that was.
Looks like a
That is a
piano?
chair and a small table. Nothing is on the table.
Oh.
I'll check one of the
Can I, like,
nightstands.
roll general knowledge about mimics
Sure.
to know something
Yeah, roll knowledge nature.
interesting about the nature of mimics?
The slithers, I say hello.
12.
They're sticky and they take things and eat them.
Stupid.
And they look like chests.
They can look like anything.
Oh, really?
They're
Mimics. You have an epiphany of what mimic means.
Okay.
Alright, so you,
Pathfinder.
with your box, and we'll go to the next stand.
Is it open?
It opens as you're looking away.
Yeah.
Did I not get to
Am
check
I
the
dead?
nightstand?
I said you'll check it after this.
I'm not dead. I'll look at it.
You see black pearls.
Hey, where are you going?
You see a black pearl strand for a neck, a black pearl bracelet, a black pearl ring, a House of Corsian signet ring with a triple trident, and some weird necklace with a black blob kind of glowing at the end of it. Whoever has the jewelry box.
How much is that worth?
You don't know.
Probably a lot.
Appraisal
Um,
version?
Hey, where
Yes.
As you come over, you see the glistening black pearls.
I found some pretty rocks.
May I please?
Can I have the signet ring?
Yes.
Can I keep the box when you're done with stuff?
I don't need the box, just give me the pearls.
You have pearl box.
I don't know why I wanted the box. I just do.
You go to check the nightstand and roll a perception check.
I always love her.
13 plus 14?
What?
So 30,
Ours?
30,
Yeah.
You
27.
find this
I'm
note stuffed
putting-
into the desk,
I
or
know.
stuffed into the
It's all,
nightstand.
yeah.
Do I know whose handwriting this is?
Make a linguistics check.
Which I don't have, but that's okay.
Oh, do you not have any ranks in it?
I don't think so. No, I don't.
Then no. You don't seem to recognize it.
Hey, does any of you guys like recognize his handwriting?
I'll take a look.
Yeah. He's like, yeah,
I try.
can't do shit.
I try to try and recognize.
I only recognize my handwriting and my mom's handwriting. But like nobody else's.
Not try.
If you want to look at these love letters, like I don't think it was this, but like yeah, like it, I don't know.
Well, I can tell you as Megan, this is the same handwriting.
Right, I know.
But
The necklace of dark, shadowy material,
Mm-hmm.
is that similar or the same as what I already have?
It's different. It's a fundamental difference to it. This one appears to be solid darkness, and it just kind of seeps. Are you touching it? Like, are you... Well, she has the box, so...
Yeah, I have them.
Are you holding the stone, the strand that it's on?
Actually, I've got it on the table in front of me right now.
Okay.
just trying to check it.
I'm putting stuff away.
16 for linguistics to try and recognize handwriting.
Doesn't look like it. Anything that you've seen before. Or if it is, it's maybe disguised in some way.
I don't recognize it. Yeah.
I thought maybe somebody would, but we'll hold on to it. It sounds really threatening. It's like, I trusted you. No, what's wrong? It sounds like really threatening.
She's like not
I look
like a
trust
merfolk
you.
though.
I don't trust
Hey,
you.
does anyone have that Sybil had it? The picture from the other room?
Yeah, she did.
Hey, Sybil, can I look at that?
Yeah, I don't actually have it.
I know, but I want to look at that picture.
So that's
Um,
sorry.
Does anyone in that picture fit the basic description of the person that came out of the wardrobe?
It's a man.
What are you using to base it?
The scales, the masculinity, the
Shape
rough,
of the
rough size.
jawbones, or the cheekbones.
It might be the father. He does have similar colored scales. The picture itself, it's older, so you're not quite sure, and you're not certain what happens when the body decomposes if the scales change color. But it
Gross.
might be.
That's upsetting. Sybil, you can have this back now.
Thank you. I need to hold on to this for a while.
Sure. I don't get it, but sure. I'll go look in the other side table.
Sure.
You find erotica. But like, fancy erotica.
Like rich people erotica.
Yes. Like,
I have the
his
Merfolk
hands were like a
Karma
breath of
Sutra.
wind against my scaly skin.
Yes, please.
That's boring.
This sounds stupid,
Oh,
so I think it's
You have 1 pound
of merfolk.
of
erotica.
merfolk porn.
That's like not real love and shit. So like I don't like it.
Of
You can roll
course.
perception on the walls.
Okay.
Can I ask?
6 and 14 is 20.
Can I ask how much the pro box weighs?
1 pound.
Oh, real quick, how nice are the bed sheets?
Roll perception.
Okay, for civil, I guess. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's not great. That's 3 plus. I think it's like 5. She didn't send me the rest of her picture.
They're sheets.
Oh wait, yes she did. She's gonna stuff him in her bag.
Alright, she strips the bed.
Yeah, like she did all the other rooms.
Alright, so as she's pulling on the bed, you hear a clattering.
No!
Guys, little help over here.
Okay.
You see a small bronze disc.
What is that? And I stuffed the rest of it in my bag.
I'm gonna go over and look at it. Should I roll perception on it?
Knowledge Arcana?
Depending on what are you trying to do to it.
I'm just trying to see what it is.
Garen will also rest his eyes
You
upon
could try
the
rolling a
mystery
knowledge on it,
object.
or you could just do perception, whichever you'd like.
Do perception for 17 and 14. So 31.
About a 6-inch in diameter disc, maybe half an inch in depth. It seems to have the triple trident seal on it, but there's some diamond shape with a swirl around it in front.
Well,
Seems to be kind of corroded in that one spot.
I'm gonna detect magic on it.
Okay.
It's a section. Just kidding.
4
worries.
plus spellcraft, right?
Yeah.
I don't have my notebook.
Well, first it's
I
to
have
detect the. So the spellcraft is only if there is magic on it.
Ah.
There isn't any magic on this.
That's
Excuse me! I just got really excited about looking at this.
See, it's not okay. When we're in the water, it just makes bubbles. When it's in here, it stinks, Wiggum.
It does not smell worse than the body.
Truth.
Thank God! Okay.
You need to go see a doctor.
You made us
Too bad we put one in jail.
Is the body exposed yet?
Yeah, you have managed to expose the entirety of the body.
Well, then what's that perceptioning on it? How do I not? Okay, 14.
Okay, it appears to be a merfolk body. All the bones are yellow and exposed. The fabric is kind of spread everywhere. There's scales on the walls and the black liquid. It's very foul. It looks like maybe after you cleaned it, the body exploded around the room.
Ugh.
Well, if I picked it up, would the skeleton fall apart?
Judging from your perception roll, there's nothing holding it together, and you know how a body is held together. There's no connective tissue.
Damn.
The fact that the water didn't disturb it shows that there's this congealed mass at the bottom, kind of holding everything together.
So, Sybil, taking note of this display that just happened, and comparing the picture, can she compare the scales to the now clean scales to the photo to see if they match
She can
colors?
try.
Okay.
Make a. I don't know what knowledge check that would be. I don't deal with dead bodies very often, which with
Nature
you guys is
Or a
shocking.
heal check, maybe?
Yeah, do a heal check.
Okay.
But also not knowing how the scales are affected by decomposition, roll with disadvantage.
royalty?
Okay.
They're a warrior people. Out of curiosity, what
That's a
happens when I
natural
kill
20.
you?
And an
No.
18 plus
That's
11,
nice.
I think, is what her heal is.
Okay.
So,
29.
29.
Without knowing exactly how it decomposes, it could very well be. No one else in the family picture would fit this description.
Okay, she's gonna take one of those scales and put them in her bag.
Alright, she now has one mysterious scale from dead body.
Do me a favor. Don't tell me how you use them.
Okay.
Have you taken and put away all of the...
Yeah, it's all put away.
Okay, so how did you put away everything?
I put the necklace and the bracelet in my bag of holding and the ring in my bag of witness items.
Okay. And with the black necklace, how did you put it away?
With the...
Just kind of grabbed the chain and dangled it?
Yeah.
Okay. As you touch the chain, there's like a cold, but like a burning cold. Like, you know when your hand is ice cold and you put it under hot water, it's that same feeling.
Ooh. That could be fun with
You're icy hot. Alright.
Oh.
Can we check?
So
Garen's
now
gonna
it's
look
head
under
on
the
my
bed.
shoulders.
Alright.
Perception?
Yeah.
So 13 plus 14, 27.
You see a pair of silk slippers. But that makes no sense.
She doesn't have feet.
Look, guys!
Are they ladies' slippers?
They're not really soft.
They are just silver slippers. They
How
don't.
big are they?
They're-
There's nothing in between.
Would they fit my mom?
They
They.
fit me.
It
No.
looks like there's kind of an elastic band, and they kind of stretch. So they could fit your mom, but maybe you.
Coloring?
Silver. I stuffed them in my bag.
Are they fuzzy?
Wait, why would she
There's
need
fuzz on the
slippers
inside.
if she doesn't have feet?
She has an air-breathing lover.
Or she is the air-breathing lover?
You know, fair. I'm all for people having lovers, but whatever.
Anything else under the bed? Anything?
Not that you
Dust
can tell.
bunnies? Okay,
No,
cool.
there's no dust bunnies.
Fuck. Okay.
There's a
I
dust
was-
buffalo though.
Oh, cool. I'll name him Paul.
I'll name you
July.
Paul, and you'll be my new best friend.
Alright, guys, are we done looking through this shit or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has it been since we came in?
Since the beginning,
Yeah.
maybe 3 hours, 3.5.
And
I'm
since we hired those guys?
This house.
sleepy.
6 or 7.
Okay, so let it be known we only have probably about another 3-4 hours with our guard people, so we should probably, if we're gonna go, should probably head back.
Gosh, should we
Cool.
check out Kafrik's house while we're here?
No.
Alright,
Sounds
You
dangerous.
guys just give me a
Honestly,
second.
What, Rook? You don't like dangerous shit? No.
Not underwater.
Okay, cool.
fair.
I figured we'd check out the air tunnels, but no.
Perception on that painting.
Okay.
It's empty and I never was.
6
Don't
plus
worry
14
about
is
it.
20.
It appears to be just a painting of Madame Corsian, a younger Madame Corsian. Just
Does she have feet?
she does not have feet as far as you can tell, but it's from the waist up. So for all you know, she could have 300 feet.
Is
She's
there-
sitting
Going at those
up on a
fetishes.
chair. Her black pearls.
No.
In her hands is that copper plate.
She's a fucking princess.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the copper plate.
Okay. Pick up the copper plate.
Make a reflex save.
Do I have to make a reflex save? I was
Make a
waiting for it.
fortitude
Nope.
save.
It was not magical as far as you could tell.
Um,
But you're holding the plate. It's cold.
What is that?
It's
It
the
was-
disc that fell out from the
No, I know.
Oh.
Garen's asking what it is.
Oh.
This is just.
Going stuff to the ground. Make a reflex save to not look stupid.
I'm gonna show it to you. It's got the 3 tridents and the.
diamond.
Sweet.
However,
I'm interested.
the painting does not have the diamond on the copper plate.
Can I remove the painting?
You want to reach and
I
grab
want
the
to
paint,
see if I can.
pull it back from the wall, so you just kind of move it a little bit.
Yeah.
It seems to move back from the wall. It's not seeming to adhere to it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to take it.
Right? You Make a strength check to see if you can actually lift the painting off.
14 plus 3 is 17.
You kind of lift it, but it's kind of precariously balanced on your hands.
I don't really care if I drop it. I just want the painting, not the framing and any of that.
Oh, because you want to actually like cut the painting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna be like, huh, oh no!
The frame shatters against the floor.
Roll it up, roll it up.
Roll it up, roll it up.
It's still attached on part of it. The bottom's the only part that's shattered. So you'd have to
Roll
either
it up, roll
remove
it
the
up,
frame
roll it up.
or
Just say it
cut.
was your morning star.
Tempting! I'm just gonna remove the frame from it.
Okay. You're gonna have to make a craft check. Make sure it's not your craft waffles check.
Not my craft waffles, it's 9.
You kind of break off parts of it, but there's some cuts from like the point of your morning star hitting different parts of the painting. But you've managed to get it off. It just is not as pretty as it was before.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll it up and then put it in my bag.
You have painting of Madame Corsian, weighs 10 pounds.
Good God!
High grade canvas, yo.
Right?
I knew a thing.
Maybe.
Well, it also depends on the quality of paint and the weight of... Like, if it was like a real thick oil painting on a high-grade canvas...
Yeah, but my
That'd be
my
fucking
other
heavy.
painting is half that weight.
Yeah.
That's a thing I know. From maybe experiences. Potentially.
I can't afford high-grade canvas, let's be real.
I don't. I paint on wood panels. Because I like wood panels.
Oh, I like the look of wood panels so much better.
They're nice.
But if I do canvas, it tends to be the short one. Am I not pretty enough for
I'm
you?
getting it to refocus on you. You're a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I didn't shave today, so don't be mean.
Okay, are we ready to go now?
Do I see anything else on the walls? Since I have perception to all of the walls.
Just the curtains. The velvet curtains.
Velvet?
It looks kind of like velvet.
Oh my god, we're taking the velvet!
Alright, so you...
Meg is taking over here. Cersei's is gone. Meg is here. Take the velvet.
Alright, so are you like trying to rip it down or what?
How is it up?
It seems to be on a rod that's attached to the wall and it kind of has a couple scallops.
So yeah, this should work if I just fucking pull. So I'm just gonna fucking pull.
Alright, make a strength check.
It's gone. We're gonna try again. Okay. Take two. 17.
You're pulling on it and it's not coming down.
Rook!
Okay, fine.
But trust me, it's expensive.
For real, do you guys just like only asking for shit when you need to like pull stuff down?
I'm gonna actually
Plus,
try to climb.
I
the
will
curtains.
feel bad
Alright,
about
make
this
a
later.
climb check.
Oh, how much is it to the top of that?
I'll feel bad about this later.
About-
Right now, velvet.
Well, it's about 15 feet up.
I go up and feel it.
So about 2 climbs. Make
Question.
2 climb checks. 1 second.
18, natural 18.
That's fine, you'll make it.
Natural.
Rook
Can you
climbs to the
confirm
top.
that shit just so I don't
Yeah.
blast through the ceiling and
Rook just,
Shoot.
with an unnatural speed, is up at the top of the curtain, having climbed it. The rod hasn't seemed to budge.
He's like a spider monkey.
Hey, can you like detach it from up there?
yeah. I'm just literally just gonna pull it right at the thing.
How are you pulling?
Well, like, it's against the wall.
Are you gonna
right?
brace up against the wall and pull?
I'm not thinking this through at all.
I
Okay.
Rook,
Make a strength check.
Like,
I just want the velvet.
+2 because you're bracing against the wall
yeah,
and
it's like
pulling.
super leverage.
Does it have a nap?
No,
When you rub it one way, it feels nice and smooth, but does it when you rub it the other way feel awful?
Yeah.
Okay, so it has a nap.
20, not natural.
Rook pulls out of the wall and starts to fall.
Can I make an acrobatics
Okay,
check
so-
to like
I'll
catch
get you!
myself?
Yeah,
Or
try
at
to
least
make.
land on my feet.
Yeah, try to land on your feet.
reflex to land.
Oh,
under the
oh my
wall.
god!
Superhero landing!
Rook lands on his feet.
Oh god!
Roll to confirm.
Don't
Kill
I
Cersei's.
just confirmed.
you kill
I
me
kill
with
the
velvet.
curtains or something.
Don't kill my curtain.
Rook lands on his feet
Oh shit!
and takes no fall damage. And he
Like
has
that.
perfectly ripped the curtains out of the wall, and you see that there are bolts about a foot long that he yanked out of the wall.
Can I have the bolts? I can use this for building.
I mean, yeah, sure. I just want the velvet because I can sell that shit for good money.
How much bolts do I get?
4.
Yeah,
Or,
4 foot and a half bolts.
How,
They appear to be
how,
steel.
what's my
Nice.
yardage here?
1
So it's
foot.
15 feet.
Wait,
How-
I want
okay,
one.
here's the thing. How wide are the
You want a
curtains?
bowl?
What is the
Here.
size
They're about
of the
3
window?
foot wide.
I'll give
3
you
foot
a
wide,
bowl.
size of the curtain, or size of the window.
And they're scalloping. Give me a minute.
Yeah, so they're 1 foot steel bolts if you don't put it in your thingy. No bother.
It's 3 feet by 40 feet.
Oh.
And that is one of the windowed curtains.
I'm just gonna jam it into my dreads or
I thought you
something.
were trying to do your
I
head.
was like,
And that's how we
and
lost.
then he died.
And that's how we lost Rook. It's a funny story.
Does that weigh
Well,
as
not
much as
really.
velvet does? Because I
Right,
can tell you the
right.
weight of it. I just want to know if it is proper
My mom
velvet.
always told me to look on the bright side.
I need you to tell me the difference.
The difference is if it is the hyper expensive stuff, which I'm assuming it is because of these fucking people, it'll be heavier. It also, there's a difference between if it has a nap or not, and you said it does, so this would probably...
Is that good or bad?
It doesn't, it's how it's made.
Okay.
It doesn't denote,
Value.
quality.
Okay. It's nice velvet. It's
Okay.
very expensive velvet.
It's pretty.
It's also dry.
Fuck yes, that's going in my bag.
There's now an eerie light pouring through the window.
That was fine.
Can I roll
It's Mr. Sanders.
knowledge something or other to see what kind of
You
light?
can look at it.
Okay.
You can do a perception
God.
check.
I want snakes.
It's light.
I don't want a snake. 'Cause
Nat 20.
It's a soul eater outside the window.
Oh shit!
What's happening?
Soul eater outside the window.
But that's like water out there, so we're like, yeah, let's just like leave.
Hey.
It's when it changes from red to purple.
We're leaving.
Oh, I'm at the door.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm leaving
I'm
and
following.
put my rebreather in.
I'm
Alright.
just
I
doing
as
some
well.
quick math for weight.
Alright. Alright. You get the rebreathers in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're now outside Madame Corstein's room.
So, like, how many of those things escaped earlier?
I have no idea.
I have
Well,
no clue.
Not
Based on what you
probably.
saw, you know it was probably upwards of 3 dozen.
Well, fuck. Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Now if you saw what was with the mix of finding out what was in the room. I can't remember what I told you, but we're gonna say 3 dozen now.
Okay.
2. I think I have a number written down. Hold on. I have a number written down.
I thought it was like 17.
Oh, that was what I told you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Make it 2 dozen.
Thank you.
Your mind warps and you remember. Yeah, 2
It's like
dozen.
2 dozen.
It says Soul Eaters released on City, roughly 17.
Oh, gross.
Perfect.
So, like, shit. Well, like, those my folk were really strong, so, like,
Thank you.
that's alright.
Idiot.
So, should we,
Cersei's
like,
crying over velvet.
No, Megan is.
so can we, like, go,
I have
please?
13 yards of 36-inch fabric, which is narrow fabric, but, that could make some pretty shit.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make pretty
Did I-
shit for
did
me?
It takes 6 yards to make an average dress, roughly. So, with 13 yards, I could make a full ball gown, even with the nap,
Is it red
which takes
velvet?
further.
Is it
fabric.
red velvet?
It's purple velvet.
Should make me a suit.
Did you happen to grab me anything out of the wardrobe?
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You couldn't. It started being all sticky and wet.
Yeah, I didn't get anything out of the wardrobe. I tried.
Fuck.
Got a body out of the wardrobe.
But I've got.
Which we left there because it's just like no.
Where are we going?
Yeah, like, can we
I
go?
got 13 yards of purple velvet.
Can you make me a robe?
Uh,
I'm saying this as we're kind of like swimming.
Garen
I
just
mean-
asked for a suit.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Can
just-
we go?
I'm actually swimming down and
Alright.
out.
we're like moving.
Same.
So you guys are currently downstairs. You make it to the front door.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Alright.
We out.
I don't know what to do now.
As you step outside, you see the Soul Eater up against one of the windows.
Sneak, sneak,
Sneak.
Go. Let's
Sneak.
go.
Yeah.
sneak,
Alright.
sneak,
Snake.
sneak, 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 sneak.
Back.
We're gonna average this.
Sneak,
Oh.
sneak,
Yeah! Oh
Sneak,
my
sneak.
god.
sneak, sneak.
19.
Nice.
Okay. What's your total?
Plus stealth?
15 plus
21.
13, so 28.
Okay.
Sorry.
34.
17 plus 10 is 27.
And for
Civil.
Civil and Zempe?
Something.
Civil got 16
I'll roll for
plus
the-
whatever for stealth
Okay.
is.
Then they got a 4.
14.
Fuck, I just ended our music again. So 19 for civil.
And
Did
that's
you
6
look at
of
the
you.
black one or the white one?
You
What
average
was
a
me?
16.3.
Never
Hold on,
mind.
hold on.
Never mind.
Zempe's got a better stealth than I do. When I roll a 4, so
Yeah.
it's 13.
Total?
So how
yeah,
much?
but-
What was the
Isn't that
total you
worse
gave me
than-
before?
That's worse.
That's worse.
14, so it's -1 from what you did.
Sorry.
Somebody's got a better
16.2. So you guys not 16 for your stealth. Zempe's blowing bubbles.
Wait, why? He doesn't breathe.
Because it's Zempe.
Because he can't. It's not that he has to, it's because he can't.
How can
But he
doesn't
technically didn't
breathe?
have
can!
air in his
He can
lungs.
have a mouth. He doesn't need it to survive, but he is capable of breathing.
He's
Yeah,
capable
but the
of
thing is,
producing,
can
like,
he produce
air.
oxygen out of nothing?
He can go like this.
He can
Trust
hold
me,
his
he's
breath
full
and
true,
hold
I
it
know.
forever and then
Into-
release.
That's
Doesn't
true,
he just
but
breathe water?
he doesn't have.
No,
No.
he doesn't breathe. He just doesn't breathe.
But he requires the act of breathing to cast spells because he has to produce the sounds.
Well, no, he can't cast spells.
He's just full of hot air, y'all.
So he just went, huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's going.
Summer.
And then he's up there.
That's a short time.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. Get the fuck
Let's
out
go
of here.
to the gate.
All right.
Go to the
So
gate.
you make it back. Garen, doing his memory of how to get there, manages to lead you back to the gate. Actually, make a survival check to see if you can go back to the gate.
I hope so.
I know the directions.
Helping. I'm helping.
That's 13
How are you helping?
with assisting.
Like,
How?
Assisting.
by arguing?
I'm going to as well.
No, you're wrong.
I mean, you got a 19, so that would be a +2.
Okay.
I
So
will as well.
15.
How are you helping?
I'm going to tell you the directions to get here were right, left, straight.
Okay.
So, straight left
14.
leg.
Right, you get +4 to your roll.
Okay, cool. That's 17.
You managed to make it back to the gate.
Cool.
Our guard keeps
Sorry.
still there.
No.
You're on the other
Yeah.
side of the gate. You don't know.
Huh?
Him.
Let's go through
Oh.
the gate.
Yeah.
So the guard is there. How was it?
Incredibly trapped beyond belief.
Would that be why those little orbs are coming out? We're getting a lot of calls.
Be very careful of those orbs, please.
What are they?
Not sure.
Roll bluff.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
I do not know.
Okay.
They might know. I have no
Do you know where they came from?
Megan was not here and does not know.
I feel like Zempe would be like,
They came out of the Corsians.
they came out of a trap.
I think
They
it's
came out of the attic.
What?
They were hiding in the Corsian's house.
What?
Out of the Corsians' house.
Wait. What?
I'm gay and you can come in! But only 6 of you, because that's what
This
says
is
on
terrible!
Yeah, they kind of fucked us up and stuff.
I can tell. You're looking a little rough there.
Yeah, they hurt us.
A lot.
Fucking Corsians.
Senpai.
Sorry, Drew, I'm butchering your character. That's an 8 plus whatever his bluff is.
7.
That sounds
is
like
15.
Senpai.
Uh-huh.
They came out of a hole after the floor cracked open. It was scary.
I just really want to leave now.
Yeah, there we go. You can go look at it if you want.
Where are you staying in case we have more questions about this?
Your mother's vagina. I don't know.
We're in the air breathing area.
No, that was to the face. I was trying to zoom.
Sybil's gonna be like,
I can't.
we're staying at the
Thank you.
Tempest Inn. We would be more than happy to answer any questions. Mind you, we were not expecting to see anything of that kind of destructive force when we went in there.
Oh, if we have more questions, we know exactly where to go. The Garden Inn, you'd say?
They almost killed us.
Oh.
It's
They're
not
trying
our
to blame
fault.
us.
The Corsians put them in there.
We
What
did
would
what
they
we-
have? What use would they have?
We have no idea yet, but we're going to conduct an investigation.
Please do.
Gation!
That place was horrible. Yes,
Yeah, it was
Garden
terrible.
Inn. Next to the Tempest Tavern.
Okay. Well, here you go. Your friends are waiting outside.
Have a nice day.
You're fabulous.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you for coming out. Such bravery.
I love your scarf.
Oh, thank you. It was my mother's. It's bright pink.
I would have never guessed.
Proud of you, Willie.
He's gonna ignore that one and take it as a compliment.
He should. Good. Megan's voice is continually sarcastic, no matter what I do.
So your merfolk are sitting out there. So
Hey,
you're ready to go,
you guys waited for us.
and you're still going to pay us, yes?
Of course. The full 400.
They start escorting you back. They take you through. Takes you a little while to swim. They're kind of carrying you to speed this along. They take you back to. You pass through the marketplace, and then you go up to the Tempest Tavern, but they're swimming above, and they're kind of floating above the tavern. You had no issues getting up there. It's just not as many people around.
Great. When we get there, I will happily pay them and thank them for their time and effort.
Thank you. It was lucrative. If you require anything else, you know where to find us.
Of course.
They bolt off.
Those guys don't know how to deal. Yeah, we
Okay,
gotta.
guys. I think we need to go inside.
Yes.
Rest up a little bit.
But can I just say, we gotta steal on those guys.
Let's.
They're gonna beat that soon anyway.
I mean, probably,
Right.
but like, I didn't have to pay nearly as much for all of them for as long as they were around as the one guy was asking for.
Yeah.
If we had that one guy for 3 more hours, it cost the same as I paid all 5 of them for the time.
Well, they should have just been nice people who wanted to help us out.
I don't know. I think it's great.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and walk into the
Money
garden.
well spent. I
I'm
say.
going into the garden inn.
Yeah.
All right, you are inside the Garden Inn.
Garden.
You see
Garden.
the woman who assisted you before. I did your inventory.
Thank you.
How did it turn out?
You have 763 pounds of fruit.
Great. That'll be
Fantastic.
wonderful to take to
We have
the
it put
slums.
attached to one of our carriages. So, free of charge, of course, that you can use for your transportation purposes.
Thank you.
You had about 3 silver mirrors and a couple baskets, but I took all the food out of the baskets, so like 6 baskets. 1 stone picture that is an abstract shape, but I think actually looks like an appropriate genitalia, if you're asking me. And then that's really about it.
Can you repeat for Megan the amount of food?
468 or 768 pounds of fruit.
768 pounds.
Sorry,
of
food, not fruit.
Oh, okay. Almost like just fruit.
Well, this is
Damn.
Hopefully they like it.
36.
They're ready for fruit
Cobbler
salad
for weeks.
forever.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Where
beggars
did
can't be
you-
choosers.
Where did you put
Yeah.
the?
Damn cheesy
items?
burgers.
Oh, they're in your room.
Choosy
Okay,
beggars.
That's a fun subreddit.
Your original
That is a really
rooms.
funny subreddit.
Hey
Watch a lot of
guys,
YouTube videos.
will you all want to come up to the room with us or with me?
Yep.
Sure. Guys.
Okay.
Into the
I'm gonna go to the extra room
Okay, the
that
one,
we've been using.
the one on the opposite side. Okay.
The one that's not.
The one that's not trapped.
Okay.
Or
The one that's not being
magic
monitored.
I always just assume we're going.
I know. I just want.
Right.
I just
wanna
always
make
want
it
to
perfectly
clarify,
clear.
Yeah.
just in case Colton decides to be shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
True facts.
I love you, but you do it. The one time we don't specify, you do it.
So who has the funds that we found?
I got it. I got it right here. So we've got. Just let me double check I'm saying this right. Yeah, okay. So we've got 212 gold, which if we split it across everyone would be 335 with 2 left over. And I'm not sure where this other number is coming from. Give me a second. Yeah. And 730 platinum,
Shit.
which amongst all of us
Let's
would be,
This is how
let's
much
say
money-
like Rook isn't interested in wealth.
which
this is
amongst
how much
all of
money I
us
have right
would
now.
be 104
Oh, Christ.
platinum with
So all my
2
money
left
is
over.
away.
So if we want to divide it up against everybody equally, that's the way to do it. And if we want to, some people want to take it,
Well,
and some people want to pool it.
I would like to take it. Rook, you are more, since you don't seem very interested in this, shall we start a party fund?
Yeah, I thought we were like discussing
Is
that.
that okay?
I'd like to
What do
like.
you-
He's not gonna be a character soon.
But would he normally have taken the money?
I hate to be,
Probably not.
dick.
I have like
So,
so much.
but like Zenpei, I spent all of my money on you, and all I have is 2 gold.
So
So if I could
well,
have
what
like
if-
a tiny bit of money
well, what
to
if
like
take your
how about
survive.
this? You can either, we could do the full share for certain people if they want it, and put the leftover into the party fund, or we could say like everybody take 150.
Like a smaller amount. I'd be fine with
Yeah.
a smaller amount. I just don't want to have 2 gold anymore.
Yeah, if we want
Like-
to say like everybody take
I'm broke as
150
fuck.
gold, take 150 gold,
150 gold.
and then like
how much platinum was there per person?
per person is 104. So if we wanted to do like 70,
Put mine in the pool. I've almost 200 platinum.
okay. So
I'm gonna go ahead and take my platinum.
all of it?
Yeah.
104.
Yep.
You can put
Okay,
more
So
platinum.
hold on a second. Hold on a
Okay.
second. So we have the for Wiggum, and then I'm gonna take 70 of that. And then Garen, did you want to take yours? Platinum.
I'll just take 50 of my platinum.
Okay.
The rest can go to the pool.
Let's give Zenpei.
Zenpei's gonna take it all.
Zenpei's gonna take it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that
then
sounds accurate.
Civil, give her 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably cool. Some.
Okay, so that leaves us
So
with
50
300.
platinum for civil.
Yeah, that leaves us with 352 in the party fund, or 354 because there were 2 left over in the party fund, and then for gold, you have access to 335. Should you
Wow.
you want it?
Cool.
So please tell me what you're taking.
That sounds
So-
like
Wait,
a
335?
yeah,
Oh,
tell me what you're taking of that so I can make sure we get our number right.
I'm
I'll
taking
take
it all.
that.
35.
I'll take that gold.
Okay.
That sweet gold.
I'm just taking 65 platinum to make it easy,
Oh, okay.
and then you guys can have a gold.
What was that? 335.
Sorry, hold on. You're taking another 15 platinum. Yes.
Instead of my
Instead of the gold.
150 gold.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
345. for 339, and then I'm gonna take 200 gold. So that leaves us with, oh no. Yeah, that leaves us with 1,324 because we had 2 left over in the party. It's gold.
Yeah, I think I have
300.
2 pencils, actually.
And 54 platinum. Okay.
What's the cut of the gold that I can get?
You took 330.
335, which you said you were taking.
Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, are we cool with me holding on to the excess, or does someone else want to hold on to the excess? Because I don't really mind either way, but I've got it all here.
I thought we agreed that Wiggum was going to be our treasurer. I thought.
You talked about that outside of game.
Yeah, we never
Oh,
actually agreed
yeah.
on that.
Sorry. My brain is
So-
not here.
William's got 3 bags of holding.
Zempe has 2 bags.
Zempe
of
has-
Zempe has, and no one trusts
Oh,
Zempe to hold on to that.
No.
Well,
Who has an empty bag of holding?
I don't have a full empty bag, but I got a lot of space.
I have an extra bag of holding.
Shut up, Jeffrey.
He's saving it for something.
Zempe
though.
won't.
He
yeah.
blatantly said he's saving
Yeah.
it for
did
something.
you say me both?
Shut up, Jeffrey.
He said he needed it.
I think that was a cover, but okay.
No,
No,
he
he's-
wouldn't give it up.
He
He
won't.
Either
wouldn't.
way,
I
he wouldn't give
gave
it up.
mine up last game for
Yeah.
that, so.
Well, what is that voice?
I don't know.
Really?
Let's save up.
Who are you
to
going?
start.
No, let's just buy a bag of holding when you can with the pool.
Well, don't we have enough space in somebody's bag?
I've got plenty of space.
Yeah, sure.
I think I still have an extra bag of holding.
Okay,
Do
So-
you?
cool beans.
I think so. I don't know where the bag of shit would have gone.
You have it holding the spoon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. So how about this? I'll just hold it for now until someone thinks of a better idea.
Okay, cool. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Cooper would say something different if he
I
was
know,
here,
but he's not here.
He's not here, so.
And Meg wants to say something different, but Cersei's wouldn't. So
I shall stay my response. I need to put my explosive arrows in here. Your arm okay?
Yeah. I just spent all day like this and my scar got really
Ouch.
tight.
Okay. So, everybody's got money. Everybody's happy with that. So, do we want to go give this food to people now, or do we want to sleep?
Yeah, I think we should sleep because I feel like death.
The hungry people can wait.
I agree.
I need to sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
Sleep it is.
I don't mean to sound stingy, but sleep is in order.
Okay, so each of you, while you're sleeping, gain your hit die plus your constitution modifier worth of hit points.
Cool.
So, does that mean we roll?
No. Whatever your hit die is plus your constitution modifier. So if you have a d8, it's 8 plus your constitution modifier.
Okay, I didn't understand that.
I'm still trying to put her on that shit.
99.
1 point to where?
Yeah, so it's your hit die, so you
Your
get
D12.
12 plus your constitution modifier, so 5, so that's...
3d12.
No,
No.
Just 3,
D12.
just
Just
12. So
12.
12 plus
Just
your
12.
constitution, so 17.
Okay.
81 plus 17. It's 98.
Wait, should I just erase that then?
No,
No.
that's for a short rest.
That's
You
for
can use
other
those on
stuff.
short
Got
rests.
it.
So you
You're
only
at
have
90
one hit
you're
die
at
now.
98.
You don't have 3. We updated that a while ago.
Oh, I never was a part of that either. I didn't know that one.
Oh, here you go. I guess that would help. You have a marker. I don't give you my marker.
I have no idea
Yeah,
what's
I
going.
don't-
And
No,
I'm
I
like,
just, you have 98 health now after you rested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm gonna go ahead and take one of my
I
potions.
was just actually
Lightly.
making a cross.
Down with numbers.
You're asleep now. You guys said you were taking a rest.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the morning you can take one. Okay. So you guys slowly wake up. Did you go to your respective rooms? Did you stay in the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we take a quick break?
Yes,
Absolutely.
please.
All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Can we round?
Hello everyone, we're back.
I honestly don't know if I'm okay right now.
So you guys are currently waking up,
Something's waking up.
well rested.
Potion light.
Some of you need a little bit more resting.
Oh
So get
yeah.
your potion of cure light wounds.
I forgot how the hell to do that.
1d8 plus 1.
Thank you.
So you down your potion.
That
I'm
looks
assuming-
like a good idea. I'll do that too.
Alright.
You guys cheers about it.
That's not a lot.
Sybil's like preparing her spells, like Sybil, Sybil. Push up, push up, push up. Pray.
I wish it was actually like that. Like those were the words being said.
Yeah.
It was like sit full, push up, pray, pray, and you're like,
I
are
mean,
you
it's what it
fucking
says.
okay?
Pray. Sarah, pray.
You begin to think about how she was beat with bags of oranges, and then you're like, oh.
I heard a lot of detail about those oranges. Okay, I'm scarred from those oranges.
You're just watching her like,
And they tied her panties in knots and froze them.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
So, this is for Sybil,
okay.
just because of coming up with the most horrifying backstory that we never expected.
You're welcome, Cooper.
Alright.
Your problem, Cooper. I love you, but you're a problem.
Wow.
So you guys are waking up.
Alright. Well,
Sybil's working out.
shall we feed the homeless today? How many days left do we have?
This is day 4.
Of like 10?
Yeah.
7 to
7
10 total.
Fuck. We should probably also try and figure out.
So what's all this? We should go and get together in the other room. Whatever voice this is, you know it's Senpai.
Aren't we already in the other room?
We need to get the others in here.
But the girls' room is the extra room.
We don't get in the same room. Get in the same room! This is fucking shit!
Okay, we go in the same room.
I think when Drew first said that, I started crying.
We should look at all my shit and see whatever we got. Rude.
No,
Yeah,
both
that
smoke.
was like really uncalled for.
Oh, God.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. Okay, what are we doing?
We should look at our shit.
Okay.
See what we got.
My eyeballs are resting on the shit.
We got 2 silver mirrors.
We got shit.
3 silver mirrors.
That's what I said.
You said 2.
We got 3 silver mirrors. 6 baskets. A stone picture that's probably phallic. And a fuck ton of food.
Well,
Yeah, I don't need any of that stuff.
You don't want the phallic picture?
we figured you'd take it.
I mean, I thought Zenpai might want it.
I think Zebe might want it too.
I'll take it.
Let's go look at it first. Make sure it's something you really want.
Detect magic. It's the most powerful magical item in all the land.
Can't
I
break a
will.
dance.
All it does is hide the fact that you're a dick.
Behind a bigger dick.
So many dicks.
You just put it in front of your face and it hides the fact that you're a dick. That
There's no magic on the dick.
Is it a dick?
It's
Is it a murdick?
it's got a,
What's the verdict?
it's like a column
Nice.
built out of a disc that kind of has a base at the bottom that's kind of like boulders, but there's 3 of them.
There's
It's 3 balls.
3 balls?
Yes. It's kind of balanced on 3 balls, and it kind of like comes up, but there's like a flat area behind it.
But what does it like look like? Does it look
Can
like
you
a
draw it
building
for us?
or?
It looks like a carving, but you're not sure of what. It's just cylinder coming out of a wall.
Someone took artistic liberties or something.
I feel like someone sent us a dick pic and didn't realize they were
Okay.
deformed.
Aww.
It's pretty though. It's carved well.
Give me that shit!
It's Zenpai.
Senpai has a
Yeah.
3-pound phallus sculpture.
I am looking forward to putting this in his book.
Yay! Put it really in an obvious spot.
Like the front page, like right in the beginning.
Oh, no. I'm gonna
Draw
put
a
it in there.
picture of
Yeah,
it.
show a picture of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
So,
spells? Jesus.
friends, are we going to the prison today?
Well,
Are we?
Well,
Lunch?
free
I don't
people?
know what the plan is for the prison because it sounded like we were getting like shown
Okay.
around.
Yeah, lock. Okay.
So I don't really know what that means. Do we have to like go there and then get shown around, or do we get like called, or like?
Sybil here. I think that we should go to. We have a duty to these people who
You said duty.
need these foods.
Senpai.
Meg.
There are people who are depending on us for food right now, and if we don't deliver it, it might go bad.
All right.
Okay. I just made a decision.
Do it.
We're
Okay.
going north, it's like all of them in the east.
Oh yeah. So are we doing the north or the east, guys?
Which one did they say?
This
we
one?
were given a recommendation.
Or this one?
And which one? to
Oh
take
wait,
it to.
I think we were recommended on this one because they have way more people there.
Yeah, so we're taking it to that one.
Yeah,
But that one's also over the cliff.
that's true. We might be able to
It'll
hire
be fine.
some...
We'll just stop at that guard station and tell them that we're delivering food for the homeless so that we don't get attacked.
They'd probably be willing to help us, wouldn't they?
I don't know about that, but we
No,
should
no,
stop and be
no.
like,
I
hey,
need spells.
we're not trying to do anything sketchy.
I still think we should go to the top one.
You think so?
Well, what happens if we take like some of it to the top one, but like
There's only one
the
cart, right?
majority of enough?
Yeah.
We could get another
Only
one.
one cart.
Well, we could also like.
Bag of holding a lot of it. Hacks, dude.
Well, I
Where's
mean,
that?
like, there's a lot of it, and I don't know how much of it I could buy. Oh, like.
They did
But-
recommend we take it to the east side because there's more people there. But
Okay.
But if we want
Let's
to
do
go,
it.
We could temporarily appropriate
Or we could just
Senpai's
ask.
swag.
I like to think Rook said that.
he's wearing.
Because you're wearing your monocle.
He's wearing Garrett's monocle, just like
Much
yes.
quite.
yeah.
Quite. Okay, what spell?
Tally-ho.
Jolly good.
Whoa.
That came from the
Don't
depths
throw
of
up.
hell. I don't know what happened
That
there.
explains like the demons pouring out.
That scared me, actually. I didn't know it was coming. I'm a lady, goddammit.
Yeah.
At the loosest definition, yes.
No, by the strictest. I just don't follow the rules.
I'm not going to make that joke. Anyways.
I'm a titled mother. I took etiquette classes when I was a child by the strictest definitions.
Those were really effective.
Oh, I just rebelled hard. It's fine.
So anyways. Y'all are hungry.
Yes. Why don't we go eat first?
Agreed.
We'll go downstairs and eat first. Ow.
Alright, you make it downstairs. It seems like the buffet is not as lavish as it was before. There's some various foods beneath. But it's like got some breads. They seem a little stale. Some of the same pineapple-y fruit that you saw before.
They haven't had a new shipment down from the surface for real food. I get
There's
it.
some sausages?
Is that a question?
Why is that a question?
That's just take it as you will.
They're
I'm
just
gonna eat a
dicks.
ration or something.
You know what?
Okay.
Seriously, at this point, I wouldn't put it past them.
I'm gonna watch Sybil like a fucking hawk to not eat jelly cakes.
Here.
She's still gonna eat whatever she wants.
Sybil is going for jelly cakes.
Sybil!
You can't tell me what to do, Cersei. I'm my own woman.
Temperance! Temperance!
She shovels one onto her plate.
One. You get one.
Temperance!
Sybil Sybil has one jelly cake.
That they know of.
That's another. Sybil, did you eat more than one?
No. Baby.
How many did you have?
Baby.
3? 3 or 5?
Or 9. Okay.
It
I
just
thought-
keeps going up.
I thought I had a spell called share for a second. I was like,
The power of
friendship.
Yeah.
It's snare, but
That's a different spell. I
Okay.
just want a cantrip called monologue.
If you were a bard, I
Not
might.
for you. No.
I don't get magic, and I'm very happy with that. Any hoozy.
Y'all are having. You have a ration. Is everyone else?
I'm partaking of the food in front of us.
I am as well.
Okay.
I will tentatively try a snossage, is what I will call them.
Okay. You try a snossage. Roll a.
Roll a performance check!
Let's say roll a percentile
I
die.
almost heard, I thought it was gonna be performance, and I was like, I'm not like not that
Inspired
kind of
by the phallus from the night before.
Not kind.
Roll a
kind
percentile
of-
die.
Oh, this is gonna be a problem. If I'm puking all day, I blame Sybil.
Oh my god, I have another spell.
2?
I need to look at my actual spells.
2.
Figure out what I want.
Your constitution goes up by 1 point for 8 hours.
Yay!
Your intelligence goes down 2.
Oh no.
They are hardy, but they make you dumb.
I don't know what this is.
Like a regular cock. Right?
Anyway.
It's hard to articulate as it kind of feels like it's seeping into your brain. It's good. It just feels weird. Seriously, so you alright?
No. No.
What's wrong?
No.
What?
Nothing.
How are those?
Pretty gross. They like, they taste fine, but they feel weird.
Cersei's.
Not that kind of feeling,
Are
Sybil.
you okay?
Not everything is about sex, Sybil.
Are you okay?
I'm
No.
just gonna be eating fruit.
Okay.
Okay.
No, like it, like
Well-
you know when you eat something, but like you don't mind the taste, but the texture is just the most gross thing ever. Like fucking orzo pasta that just tastes like goddamn maggots, even though it's pasta. It's a problem.
Yeah, that sounds like a problem.
Having never heard of orzo pasta, you have to take it at face value.
Maggots are gross.
I like maggots.
Of course you do. You probably like this pasta then. It's like a little round and like, but it like kind of feels like it's moving. And it's
You know
a problem.
what? When you're
Yeah.
trapped in the woods for like several days and you can't find something, sometimes you gotta eat some maggots, you know?
I mean, I've
Gross.
eaten maggots before, and they're better than orzo
There's
pasta.
a lot
Like,
of
that shit
protein
needs
in
to
there.
die.
Grub on grubs.
Sometimes you have to do it, man.
I mean, I'm not above it. I've done it before. It doesn't mean I like it. Anyway, don't eat the sausage. It's gross.
Okay.
Cool. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out my spells for the
I am.
Did you want to switch out your characters?
Just talking to my fish friend.
At the end, what's
Okay. Alright.
So, I guess we'll go. Hey, what's the pretty lady's name?
I don't remember. I have too many names up here.
I know I have it written down. Give me a moment. It's before Fangu. Fangu. Who the fuck is Oshi?
Oshi's the male and
The male one. Okay, so it's after Oshi.
Yeah. She's,
Rook, make a will save.
okay.
You don't know this is happening.
Yeah. That. Bad. As bad as it can be without critical.
She
8.
is.
Roll a d20 for me, Kate.
Uh-oh.
Mario?
18.
You laugh for
I'm
18
laughing.
minutes.
Ah!
Who the hell?
I don't think I've gotten him before.
Are you in pain? Is this your... Are you laughing? Are you crying?
Sybil does
Are you angry?
Sybil does a heal check on
What
him.
did you do?
That's 22.
He's laughing, maybe? Like, this is the
She
most...
just, all she does is narrow her eyes at him like,
Marvina!
there you go.
Yes! Is your friend okay?
I'm gonna try to flip
No.
the table. I'm gonna try to flip. Or am I laughing like?
I mean, you can try, but you're disadvantaged because you
Giggling.
can't get a good breath in.
2 8s.
Nice.
12.
You try to flip the table, but it's heavy, so it just... The table rocks. Zenpei takes his plate from the table. And
10, please.
Okay.
is he... Are you...
He'll be fine.
Okay. He's laughing into the table.
Right. So if we were to find that cart of food, if we were gonna take it today, where would we find it?
It's in the back. We have it locked up, but as soon as you're ready, we can have some.
Fantastic. Well, when we finish here, we'll go ahead and head.
Okay,
that way.
just let us know.
Well, trust, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We keeping an eye on him. It's gonna be fine.
Okay. He kind of goes back.
Wiggum?
Should I use it on her?
No. Do you know who might be fine? Why not? I bet he's got a great laugh. You know what, hear it?
What?
You're within earshot.
Do not.
I'm not this smart anymore.
Do,
Oh, that's
do not. Do not. Do not. Donuts. I want donuts. Do you guys have donuts?
Did you
What's
eat
a
the
donut?
sausages?
No. No.
Good, don't.
I saw what they did to you.
What do you mean?
I perceive all. Just kidding.
true. We don't have donuts, but we do have sausage links.
No.
No.
Thank you.
Do you have any cake-like substance?
No? No.
I take a
We
jelly
have bread.
cake.
They have the jelly cake, so that's
I'll have
We can make you jelly cakes if you'd like.
I'll have 2 jelly cakes, please.
I was just wondering if you had any batter.
Batter. For
Didn't
what?
they take your
Like
waffle
cakes?
iron?
No.
Oh.
Just the jelly cake batter.
Don't make waffles out of jelly cake.
Jelly waffles!
This is gonna be a terrible idea.
All of us. Don't that.
Well, but you know, we need something to do on the Garden of the Sea.
I don't know, because we're gonna have to
Can
talk
I
to
get
people.
some of the jelly cake?
How much are you looking for?
Like a pound?
I can sell it to you. It's quite expensive, you see.
Oh, I could do
How
that.
much?
Platinum
Thought of
per
something
pound.
funny.
A platinum per pound.
Do you know how much batter you get from a jellyfish? You don't get a
No.
whole lot from it.
Oh.
There's
I'll
like
buy it for you.
there's like 100 jellyfish in a pound.
I hand over a platinum.
And I hand over a platinum.
You get
Here's
two
the dry. You just need to add a liquid of some sort.
Cool.
pounds. I hand
I've
over
heard some people use patadka.
Hey!
We also are selling.
We're going on the party board!
We also sell nice patadka for a platinum for a bottle.
I slammed down 5 platinum.
This feels eerily similar with the places
Guys,
reversed.
in your births today. Gosh.
The
She
cider.
brings over 5 very nice bottles of patadka. This
Yes,
is
I-
actually brought in from Tafrayat.
Guess how many bottles of patadka I now have?
7.
8.
That was close.
I was really hoping you wouldn't be, but you were. Because it's sad. Anyway, yes, 8! I'm
These
excited.
are nice, Batodka.
Okay, so I'll put it down as 3 regular and
Yes.
5 nice.
Okay.
We're gonna have jelly cake waffles.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to
So
Brazil.
burpy.
I know, it's like a problem.
Wow.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I drank the cider too.
Familia ridiculosis.
Yes.
Oh, are you talking to us?
I am here by the order of the Queen to take you. Would you come with me, please?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, we'll go with you.
He's okay.
He kind of
go
points his
on.
trident at him.
Don't.
Please.
Please let him be.
He's laughing.
Make it stop.
We can't. It.
Rook, put the eggs down.
Okay. Did you say it's been
Okay.
18 minutes?
It
Yeah.
finally ends as it's just.
Wow, your abs look really nice, Rook.
They do.
It was a spell put on him. We had to wait it out.
Oh, a curse.
Sure.
A curse of
Must
laughter.
be someone terrible to do that to your friend.
Terrible, absolutely terrible.
Horrible.
The worst. No, the best of the worst. The worst of the best.
They must be the meanest person ever.
You should pursue charges.
Is there not?
We might.
Well, for what reason is she taking us?
I'm not at liberty to disclose. Please come with.
Okay.
Okay. Are we taking the Red Lobster?
Lead outside and you see that there is a clam.
Hey, at least I know this one.
And you watch as it opens and sinks in their seats. And it
I'm
actually...
pretty used to clam.
I'm uncomfortable.
Please get inside my clam.
Any day, baby. Any day.
This is my first time.
Oh, Karen.
Civil, of course.
Oh, Sybil.
Oh,
Oh, Sybil.
It is very soft. It kind of is plush.
gross.
Please don't describe it.
Please.
Is it carpeted?
It's positively vaginal.
Anyways, you hear about this beautiful clam. And as you all are...
So can we have the giant pearl in the middle of it?
There is no pearl.
Cersei, steal it, please.
No giant pearl. It is not
We know what
an
you're
oyster.
doing.
So you are now inside the clams. It shuts. And you see that the inside you can actually view out is transparent. It's opalescent, but you know you would know that if you listen to my descriptions. But
We're
anyways,
laughing too hard.
it kind of
Oh.
So are we just like...
yeah, it's a little awkward. You watch as the individual who's driving is moving with it, but you guys have to like fight
Also,
to
we
keep up.
eventually have to figure it out, like how to post on a horse, where you go the right
Yeah.
direction.
But you're a little awkward.
Garen's just floating to the top unconscious, like...
The lobster was nicer.
Alright. So eventually, after an awkward half-hour clam ride, those of you who are inside... Oh my god.
You started it.
I'm sorry, but did you not think this through?
I'm like, okay, it's not gonna be the Red Lobster. What else can it
This
be?
doesn't work!
This is so much worse than Red Lobster.
Hang on! Fortitude save, you dicks. Fortitude save from nausea. Anyone who got less than a 20 is sickened.
Oh, I got a 27.
All right,
That's
well,
fine,
I'm sick.
You take a -2 on everything.
We're fine.
Attack,
Oh.
saves. You land outside the castle gates.
Of course I'm not nauseous. I got knocked unconscious.
Zenpei made it. Oh shit.
Civil.
Huh?
Civil?
She
Oh,
got
she made
like
it.
a 16. Or not a 16,
26?
7 plus 15, so 22.
Okay. So who's sickened? Alright.
I deserve
You're
it.
sick fucks.
Like I said, you can't be sick if you're unconscious.
Alright. It lands. Clam opens. You'll step outside, please. Watch the lip.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
That was not intentional.
Of course it wasn't. Alright, I'm getting out of this pussy.
This is why it's so fucking funny here.
I'm
Garen
quitting
just
this
like
place.
wobbles, like he's like walking like this.
Alright. The clam closes and
Bye.
I never want to ride a clam again.
I can't say the same thing.
Alright. So you're currently sitting out the gate and you see Queen Samia strolling up. Welcome! Oh, let me open the gates in the gate.
Holding my hat, not putting it
She's
back
holding the orb that produces the air bubble. Please, step in. So, I figured it was time for you to actually tour the prison that you so helpfully stopped.
Yes, please.
on. Yes, ma'am.
So, someone please hold this.
I'll hold it.
I need
I'll hold it. You guys have business.
just lightly squeeze.
Just kind of
Wow.
keep your hand moving slightly.
You don't want to. I'm not. No. Nix that.
You don't want to
Just hold it.
too hard.
But feel the power.
We're gonna take a quick break.
No.
Are you?
So we're retconning.
No.
You didn't come out of the clam, but she hands you the ball. Hold this. Do not break it.
Squeak it gently.
He does like the 20 catch, like. Just kidding. I hold it.
Come with me, please.
We follow.
As you start to follow the guards that are on the opposite side, kind of fall in line behind you. There are 4 guards with the queen.
Mm-hmm.
She makes it over to the room where some of you saw Madame Corsine being pulled into. And you watch she touches the door and her handprint lights up and it opens to her. See that the entirety of this room is red. Now, there seems to be no way to go down. As you all enter, the door closes. She turns you all and says, and this is the entrance to the prison. Now, none of you are injured or bleeding, is that correct?
I think our wounds
Yes.
are closed if
Our wounds, if we're
if
not
we
at full
drank a
health.
potion.
If you took any type of magical healing or the heal check on yourself, you can stop the bleeding. I'm assuming at this point none of you were bleeding.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't take
wanna,
a potion, but I did my
Not at
shit.
full health. I'm not.
I'm not at full health, but I
No.
don't think I'm bleeding.
You all look a little rough. Are you alright?
We had a
Yeah.
bit of a rough time at the Corsians' place. They were rather well prepared for people to go sniping.
I heard that the creatures, the crystalline ones, have been released. And you were present for said release.
Unfortunately.
What happened? Where did they come from?
They were in their basement room. It was a strange room. And we went in, and they started coming out. We tried to fight them off. In fact, we fought quite a few of them. But some escaped.
How did they get released?
We opened the door.
Unaware that they were there.
Right. Strange, but I have no reason to disbelieve you. You did in fact incriminate them, so we'll just add this to their list of charges. Understandably,
Good.
I will not be able to show you the entirety of the prison,
Of course.
but we can absolutely show you at least the first floor of it. If everyone would please close their eyes, cover them, turn away.
Out of curiosity, is there a way that I could pull this shit?
Should I ask you to turn around and cover your eyes?
Oh, okay.
No sleight of
I'll
hand.
do it.
Alright. You hear the of stone sliding on stone. You turn around as she informs you all, please, turn back. And you see a spiral staircase in the middle of the room, seeming to descend. If you'll, just follow me, please.
Of course. Do you mind? I understand if you can't answer, and I will respect that completely. Is that magic or mechanical?
She kind of shrugs and
Oh.
smiles.
It's clever either way.
Follow me, please. And she says, I can take that back now.
Of course, man.
And as she takes it, the water around you does not rush in, but seems to hold its shape as you start to descend. Naturally, we don't have water in the prison. We don't want people floating around when the whole nature of it is to promote discomfort. And if you can float away from what provides discomfort, that's cheap.
I'd also imagine as a merfolk it wouldn't be the most comfortable thing either.
Exactly. Now,
I'd
needless...
pick up where you're coming from, my liege.
Yes, and anything that can fly, we do clip their wings. So, she continues to descend the staircase, and I'm sure you understand the nature of this prison was originally to cull the royal family. Luckily, this has not needed to happen for several centuries. As you can tell, we have good blood. Takes you down, and there's a doorway that she request that you all turn around. She gives you kind of that symbol to look away. And everyone, assuming, turns away.
Yes. I do want to let it be known that I am paying very close attention to the directions we're going.
Okay.
Even if it's just like straight, and then there's a thing, and then like straight.
Okay.
Paying very close attention to the directions we're going.
You open it. And you descend for what seems to be a while before you reach this point. And you're currently at a staircase. And this room is probably 100 feet by 100. No. Yeah. 100 feet by 100 feet. So it's a very large space. And she kind of holds you all back. Now, here's the best part. And she pulls out a piece of meat and tosses it. And you watch as it passes through squares. It is shredded as it passes through. And all that falls at the other side is dust. These are etheric shards. They cannot be disabled by non-magical means. And unless you have a specific item on you, then you are unable to pass through without being harmed. And this does move. So staying in one place that we don't designate for you to stand is quite dangerous. If you look at the floor, you will see that there are these 1-foot cement discs every 10 feet. Those are the safe place. If you're bleeding and standing on there, or balancing, as some merfolk need to do, you will not start to bleed out. But the moment that a bleeding part of you touches this stone, you will start to die.
It is incredibly clever.
We don't want it to be comfortable. Even the smallest pinprick can lead to death. So if you notice, we have several of these iron rods placed. This is cold iron as well as enchanted to create kind of an anti-magic location. So unless you have a way to get out, which you can't without magic, you're pretty well screwed. Unless, of course, you have the item that allows you to move through. Our guards have this. It is not something that you will be able to take from them, nor is it something that you will be able to identify. Naturally, we wouldn't want you to be able to. So, I think this is about the extent that we'll be able to go in. You can see some of the prisoners lying about. You see in the distance there's one human and about 6 or 7 merfolk, some of which are not moving, and there is a deep red color around them on this bloodstone. There's a lot of sections that are red, and then you notice the point where she threw the meat. There's a lot of red around this, and there's another ring further in that kind of goes in a square that is also deeper red. There's other places along that are interspersed. As you can tell, where they do bleed out, it creates a darker color. Now, if you also look, she kind of points down, all of this is rough. If you're not careful, you're going to scratch yourself moving about, so naturally it's just safer to wait when we throw you food to grab what you can. Survive. Now, of course, I'm not doing the food throwing, that's below me.
Of course.
My
queen.
No. You just threw a slab of meat and disintegrated.
That's not the way it comes in. It drops from the ceiling.
Oh, okay. That's remarkably clever. It must have taken centuries to get right.
It was before my time. We just utilize it now. Strengthen the security. I mean, having a channel going straight up for food is natural. There's some other layers to the prison, but we have other ways of getting the food there. So, you wished to speak to Madame Corsian. Is that correct?
Yes.
Alright. So the rest of you are welcome to stay in this part of the prison if you'd like, and I can come and get you. Or you're welcome to go up and wait in the entrance to the prison.
As she's waiting, I'm going to open my bag of holding and I'm going to take off my decoy ring, put on the black pearl ring, take off the periactive health, put on the pearl necklace.
Oh.
She looks at you curiously and then
Dick.
And then put on the bracelet.
And then
My queen, would it be easier
Your
for
queen?
Another one. Do you want another one?
my, you have such respect.
we are in your kingdom?
You surprise me.
Yes, your liege. Also, would it be easier for us to stay down here if we wanted to talk to the other Corsian siblings? Or would it be best if we stayed in the foyer
I
away?
don't think it would be a great idea for you to speak to the other Corsian siblings. The only agreement that we had was with Madame Corsian and Wiggum here.
Well, we had requested.
Wasn't there? I thought
Part
there
of
was
their request was
Yeah.
that we got to
talk
see
to
the others.
Rast and Arnaldo
and say goodbye.
Yeah, that was
I
part of
know.
the agreement.
Yeah.
I know.
Shit, guys. Okay, are we waiting here or are we waiting in the foyer?
I think we should wait here because we're
Yeah.
gonna get more information about
That's
the
true,
prison and
that's true.
potentially
We
what's
might
going
be
on
able
further.
to- yeah, okay.
Take a closer look without
My
being-
guards will stay here with you while...
We would
If
like
you-
to stay here, if that's okay.
Okay, the guards will stay with you. There's 4 guards that are currently posted on either side of the door to the stairwell.
We appreciate your hospitality and showing us around your magnificent prison.
Of course. Now, we're going to disappear. You won't see us. Naturally, we wouldn't want you to while we enter the next layer of the prison.
Of course.
Please wait here. Be calm. And you watch as her hand waves and Wiggum, and she disappear. She turns to you and points at a now visible stairwell. Shall we descend?
Thank you. After you. Since I don't know where I'm going.
Smart one. She leads the way and starts to move down. I need you to make a perception check.
Of course you do. Nat 20.
Ooh. What are you fighting?
Come on, girl. God, I really hope you seek a freak.
And don't talk about this until you return to the group.
I'm just gonna shank the guards. Just
Do you
kidding.
need us to leave the room for it now? This
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Then they bleed out onto the stone and die.
And you go down and you see a very similar room, but this one has 3 stripes of the red of the bodies. You see other merfolk in here, but there's less of them. And you see some of them have chains in this layer.
I know.
She...
I know it has. This one has what I'm looking
You walk through and she waves and you see what appears to be just a gate. She grabs your hand and takes you through the gate and make another perception check.
3 plus 14 is 17.
And you watch as you go through the gate. She waves and another stairwell appears. At this point, I'll need you to close your eyes until you reach the bottom. I will lead you. She takes...
I'm gonna go ahead and actually do some move.
Okay.
Just because.
thing we never do that we should.
Yeah.
That we
Right?
should do way more often than we do.
17 plus 11, so 28. Can I trust her to take me down the stairs and not
She
hurt?
wants to protect her secrets, but she doesn't seem to bear ill will towards leading you down the stairs. She leads you down. You may open now, after about 5 minutes of walking.
This is my home.
And you see another very similar room. Make a perception check.
You're loving these perception checks, aren't you? 14 and 14 is 28.
Yeah. These 3, read them in that order. There's a gate there. If you walk through, you'll see Madame Corsian. I have some business to attend to with the other Corsians, but I'll be back to fetch you. All right with you?
Sounds fantastic. Thank you again for this opportunity.
Over to your right, you'll find her robe that she was wearing that night. Feel free to don that.
Thank you very much.
She turns around and you watch as the wall pieces itself together.
Okay. I'm gonna put on the robe as well as making sure that everything of the black pearls are prominently displayed.
All right. So at this point, you're dressed and you see the door ahead of you.
Can I roll perception on the door to see
Yeah.
if there's anything interesting that I want to know about it?
Yeah.
Is it trapped?
Oh my god, does it have a black seal? Yes!
Is it a black sealed scroll?
I am an underwater racist.
Oh no.
12 and 14 is 26.
There are markings on the door. They say
That's actually really
UC, and then beneath it, CF.
hard. My hand was right. Take it in.
CF.
CF.
Who's F?
Who's the F?
Who's F? Because I don't see him.
Ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's kind of on a nameplate similar to the one that you read about in that directory.
Okay. I haven't pieced it all together yet.
Mm-hmm. If you want, we can jump to the other ones while you think, and then we
No,
can
I'm
come
gonna
back.
go ahead and go
Okay.
in and get that.
All right. So at this moment, I need you three to leave for a minute.
Sorry, guys.
Do me a favor?
Fine.
Fuck her up.
Oh, trust me. It's gonna be fun.
If the last person wouldn't mind shutting the door, please.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna die.
We're gonna abbreviate part of this. Urstella is currently sitting naked on one of the stone platforms, looking perfectly fine. She's facing away from you.
Hello there.
Oh, God. Ah, they sent you to torture me. Great. Now, before you get started on hurting me, what if I told you I had information you would find valuable?
Oh, please.
Now, I only give this if you give me your word on your friends' lives that you will not harm me.
I cannot agree to that.
Well, then I guess you'll never have the information that I
However.
contain.
I can make sure that you're healed. I have to make a good show of it, don't
What do you mean?
I? I am rich. I am able to perform healing spells. I do have potions of healing.
Why do I need healing? I look fine.
I have to make a good show of it.
No one's watching you. You don't have to do
Are
anything.
you sure?
I'm sure. I promise you will find this incredibly valuable.
Will you answer other questions I have?
Maybe. But the information that I will give you is more than sufficient.
Done.
This is what she tells you. We're going to call everyone else in here, and you get to...
I'm not done yet.
You will be done. For after
No,
this.
I want to...
And we'll let you put everything together, and then you get to discuss it with the group when you return.
How?
We're going to do a quick break. Okay, everyone, we're gonna come right back. All right, guys, you can come back in now. Okay, I'm just moving. So as you start to leave, you exit the door and you see the Queen Samia standing there. How was it? Everything you wanted to do?
I don't have to deal with this. That's some
Excellent. Well,
bullshit.
I'll lead you out.
But they gave me
Is there anything that you three would like to do while you wait for...
There's
Wiggum?
something I want to look at.
Okay.
do it?
I want to see if I can surreptitiously just look and see if I can get any more information on the bodies on the other side of the room. Not necessarily who they are, so I don't expect to know any of them, but like the state they're in.
Okay.
If possible, how long they've been there, but I doubt I'll be able to get that information.
Okay. Why don't you
I
roll
don't know my pencil in.
roll a perception check and a heal check for me.
Yes, shit.
Okay.
You gotta use that pencil.
Perception is 18, and heal 9.
The bodies don't seem to be particularly decayed. They almost seem thin and desiccated, and they're very pale. There don't seem to be a whole lot of injuries. It seems like there's just a couple scratches or pinpricks with trails of blood leading down.
Damn it, Marius.
But there's no smell, but you're not quite sure how long they've been here.
Okay, blood trails.
And with that heal check, you're not
Yeah,
sure.
no, I don't know. Seeing that, knowing that, I would turn to the guards and say, I understand if you can't answer any of my questions, but I am fascinated by this. So please don't think me rude for asking.
You may ask, I may not answer.
Completely understandable. But roughly
They lean against their trident.
roughly how long have some of those creatures on the far end been here? They're
Oh, this floor? New offenders. But again, people are here until they die. It's the lower floors where we keep the more disliked individuals.
understandable. And what, if I'm not overstepping here, what is it that will get you sent to this particular prison? On this level. I understand greater offenses, obviously.
Threatening the royal family. Really, it's the minor offenses, and that's up to the discretion of the royal family and the Antress and her. I'm sorry, the justice.
The justice, okay.
Sorry, maybe I meant Ventress. Oh yeah,
No,
Antress
it's
Sunra.
Antress, yeah.
It really is a diabolical creation. I mean, a prison that you can die from stepping wrong on the floor. Well, sliding, slithering.
What must be an effective way of getting information? If they think they have a chance of leaving.
Well, very few people leave, and if they do leave, they're not the same person they were before.
No, but it doesn't necessarily matter if they can, only if they think they can.
Not that you can, they say loud enough to the prisoners to hear. No one turns to look.
Well, thank you so much for answering my questions.
Of course.
I'm fascinated by the whole ordeal.
Well, at least we can use it for something. It went unused for several generations until it was, well, after they stopped having multiple royal offspring, it kind of solved the problem.
Why did it go unused?
There was no need for it. It wasn't used as a political prison.
And who reopened it?
I don't remember. Some royal. Do you two have anything that you want to ask? I mean, often you get to see the most secure prison in the entirety of the sea.
What are some of their crimes?
That one over there, they spit upon the queen. The other one over there stabbed a friend of one of the nobility. Not killing them, but minor crimes, really.
No such minor crimes punishable by death down here.
Oh, it's not death. It's life imprisonment.
Clever.
They have the opportunity to end it whenever they'd like, if you let them. The queen didn't tell you everything that these shards do, but there's some rings, some areas below that are more diabolical. So you pass through and you take damage, but they move, and some of them paralyze you, and you fall in the path, and are slowly sliced to pieces. Some do more, but I really shouldn't have even told you that much.
Well, I'll keep that just between us.
You watch as there's a swirl, and you see Queen Sumia with Wiggum.
Have fun.
Yes.
Was
Very
it?
much.
Was it enlightening?
Very much.
Well, glad you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, and you wanted to say goodbye.
Yes.
She waves, and you watch as the guards press a stone, and you watch as it slides, and there's a glass wall, and you see the Corsians all strung up. Except for Madam. You may wave, say goodbye.
Are they going to be tied up like that for...
No, we just put them here so you could speak to them. They'll be returned to their lairs soon.
Is there any chance that I could go in and talk with Rust?
You
For
can speak.
just a moment.
You can speak through the glass.
Are prisoners allowed to have anything?
Not generally, no. Just maybe the clothes on their back, but that's about it.
What about a photograph?
Let me see the photograph, and you can decide.
I don't have your shit.
This is the family photo.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just say that there's the photo.
I mean, I don't... Here's the problem. I don't think he would want to actually show the queen the photo. Because I think it would have negative implications, wouldn't it? Or no?
Maybe. It's an old family photo.
You see, this seemed to be precious to him. I found it in his room.
She waves on it. Fine, you can give it to him.
And obviously the note's not on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. If that's okay, Melish.
you may.
And I go in.
The glass
Oh.
parts, and you can go into rest.
Okay. Rust.
Oh. Well, of course the last person I'll see is going to be you. You almost see I'm charmed.
Am I a sight for sore eyes?
Oh, you're a sight for many eyes.
I have something for you.
Yes.
I wanted to tell you. I'm sorry, Cooper, if I butcher this. I'm so sorry. You see, I wanted to give this to you. And I wanted to tell you everything's going to be okay. And she hands him the photograph without the letter.
And he just, you'll have to put it in my pocket. My hands are bound.
She shows it to him.
Mhm.
He puts it in his pocket.
Thank you, Sybil.
You're welcome. Yeah, take care.
We will, as well as we can.
May Saren Ray's light grant you mercy and forgiveness in any way she can.
Thank you.
And Sybil leaves, I guess.
It shuts. Any others wish to say?
There was no reaction out of him.
He just nodded. And
upon not seeing the note that was clearly...
nothing that you could roll perception to see if you saw anything, or sense motive actually.
Okay.
Trying to gauge a reaction.
That's 13.
Nothing that Sybil can see. But they did thank Sybil for the photograph.
Okay.
Anyone else wish to say goodbye before we restore the wall?
I'm gonna look. Was it Arnaldo who spoke up? I'm gonna look him dead in the eye. If he will meet my eye.
Kind of flits up and back down a few times.
But I'm just gonna, when he's looking at me, I'm just gonna nod and walk away.
Ronaldo just stares and looks at the floor, does not flick up anymore.
Just speak in front of her.
Is that all?
I believe so, my lady.
Alright, well, up you may go. And the wall shuts. You all ascend the stairs and the door shuts behind you. You make it to the big room that you had before, where it was the entrance. She waves and the doors open and passes you the orb. You're welcome to go out to the form of transportation. We got you something better than the clam.
Good, because my head still hurts.
We got you, it's a chariot pulled by hippocamps. They'd be more than happy to guide you.
I was really hoping it was gonna just be phallus, because we already had the clam.
It's a giant sea cucumber.
That's next.
It just
Thank
wobbles down.
You're welcome. Would you like your clothes back?
Thank you.
Enjoy the outfit. Sybil's outfit is very sheer because it was Madame Corsian's.
My wig of my outfit is
Oh, okay.
sheer.
I was like,
What did I say?
Sybil.
Oh, Sybil. Sorry.
I was
Wiggum.
like, what?
And you make your way out to what you see is a nice chariot with kind of horse and then seahorses, kind of a mix of those. They have cloven hoof and they open up the chariot doors and lead you
One
inside.
last thing that Sybil asked the queen before out of sight of her. So, we've been tasked with finding another family to become part of the royals.
Yes, as is customary.
Is there any families in particular that you would advise would be best for the city? You of all people should know this.
I have my favorites, but I'm intrigued to see who you pick, so I will...
You'd like it to be a surprise, my queen.
If you do it right, it won't be a surprise, will it?
Well, is there anyone we should stay away from?
She looks and then looks back. I trust that you are strong enough in your judgment that you'll choose correctly.
I wouldn't trust that.
We will do our best, our queen, with the information that we've been given.
I trust that you'll do your research.
Of course, my queen.
Travel safely. If you require anything else, please feel free to send word.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Also, the donation of the food you received is very interesting, and I give you props for thinking of something that the other nobility haven't done.
You mean donating the food, my lady?
Yes.
We appreciate your compliments.
I don't know. If
welcome.
I don't know if it was a compliment.
Actually, that music was perfect. Travel safely. Again, send word if you require anything.
Thank
We will
you.
have someone at the Tempest Tavern and...
To help assist us to the other slums.
no, if you require to send word, there's someone at the Tempest Tavern and the Garden Inn that we have stationed there. Just
Of
let them know.
course.
You'll
Thank
see
you
the
for
royal
your
seal.
kindness.
Of course, I have to keep my friends
The
close.
seal. What is their seal? I know you told us, I don't remember.
The triple trident?
That's
no,
the
that's
cor-
a Corsian.
Okay.
There's
Oh,
a
sorry.
single trident that's got a swirl around it, and there's a cluster of 5 pearls at the bottom. I don't know if I told you the royal seal.
I don't
No.
think you did.
So that's what it is.
I just thought the 3
Yeah.
tridents was like the city, but
Yeah.
I got it.
So there's the triple trident, which is the coursings. There's the single trident.
Swirl, pearls.
Yep, and 5 pearls at the base.
Okay. Cool. Boom.
Wiggum's gonna actually take a moment, face the queen, and do a very elegant curtsy. Because she does actually know how.
Yeah.
Of course. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Stay safe. I hope it was worth it.
Just go ahead and...
As you enter into the carriage, the guard reaches out for the orb. Y'all clamber inside.
Free breather?
Yeah. You don't need it because the carriage is...
Okay.
Okay. You make it inside, and there's a small floating disc. Appears to be like a half shell filled with ice and various alcoholic liquids.
I got a lot of booze right now.
Give
I'm
it
trying to be a
me.
little bit more self-conscious.
So do you just kind of...
I grab all of it.
Alright. You now have 6 bottles of booze.
Okay.
Do you want to speak about anything before you make it back to the Garden Inn?
No, I'm not welcome.
Okay. We'll just say you make it back to the Garden Inn. You're let out as per normal. And I'm assuming you want to go to your rooms?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go to the silent room.
Alright. You go over to the silent room. All together. We're just
Yeah.
going to breeze through this.
Oh, you think so?
Well, breeze up to the room.
Okay.
Alright. You currently make it up to the room.
We inside the room?
Yep, you're inside the room. The door is shut.
Is it all of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Can any of you see whether this room is... Sybil's talking very quietly. See whether this room is still secure? Possibly?
I'm gonna go ahead and detect magic.
Okay. There just seem to be the normal enchantments, the one on the window. There's nothing on the mirror, as I'm sure that you would check before. There's no strong enchantments or moderate. It just seems to be the usual room. It seems that they are either not aware or don't care that you're using this room.
Okay. We need to talk.
Clearly. What happened?
I'm actually gonna get into my bag of weightless items,
Okay?
and I have a pearl of privacy.
Okay?
Ooh.
Is that large enough to encompass the room?
It's a large enough to encompass all of you.
All of us?
Mhm.
Done.
So you,
Put it down, step on it.
there's this flash of white, and you guys kind of see a shimmer, and it fades away.
Okay, so we are now protected. Anything we say should stay between all of us. I found out something very interesting. It doesn't have any bearing on most of you. However, I'm going to go ahead and... Bleh! I'm not leaving that prison standing.
What happened in there?
You've heard me speak of Davina and Marius and Tapo.
Yes,
All
we
of my
have.
friends that are apparently trapped there.
They're trapped in there.
What?
Yeah,
How the hell did that happen?
I have no idea. When I went in to talk to Madame Corsian, she explained some things. She explained that Novus Familia is actually in the prison.
Well, we surely have to get them out of there.
I agree. I'm not sure exactly who all is in there. Does anyone have any suggestions?
Did you hear the names of anyone in particular, or just Novus Familia?
Novus Familia. However, if you look at the marking, there were markings on the wall that seemed to be a directory. And there was what looked to me like a D and a T next to an NF. which I'm assuming is Novus Familia. And then there was a K.
And Divina and Topo.
And then there was a K, which makes me think an old friend. Freaking thief.
How?
Who's
Well,
rather
I like
entertaining.
him.
He was rather entertaining.
What was his name? We don't. Neither of.
No.
I know, and
Yeah.
I cannot
I
freaking
have to-
think.
It's
Zempe.
Crow.
Thank you.
Prow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
And-
all of your old friends?
Diabella. Her last name was Tyrann.
Ah.
Who knew that? I did not know that.
She did say it a couple times.
Yeah, it did come up, but it was, yeah.
Well, apparently I just had bad memory, so.
Now there's like
Well,
a
I
year and a
also
half
knew-
of games.
Yeah.
I also knew it because it was
Super
She was
connected
your
to
best
me.
friend.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm not quite sure who's in there.
Do you think it's just the two of them? Or do you think they could have more?
It's possible that they have more. I only got glimpses.
That would make sense considering that they were Kafrik was attempting to find Novus Familia, not Familia Ridiculosus.
Exactly.
I say we just go in and fucking destroy the whole thing. Stupid anyway.
How?
I don't know.
That's what'll get us killed.
Garen has no other suggestions.
I don't know how. That's my problem. I would love to.
Do I remember that Bloodstone is very fragile? I mean, I think that's...
Roll knowledge nature. Because you remember its properties,
Yeah.
the special ones.
14 plus 11, 25.
Yes. You remember that it can break.
Relatively easily.
Should explain why there was dust in some of those areas that you were in.
I am relatively familiar with Bloodstone. And it's easily broken.
Okay. So, like, when you break it, does that make the bloodstone
Dust.
right? And is
Which
that
is-
dangerous?
Very.
So let's not do that.
It depends on if we can catch it.
What's your suggestion? Because I have no idea what to do here.
Well, Zempe has that wonderful little orb.
Does he know what it does?
Creates a vortex. It gets bigger and bigger over time.
Would that suck us into it though?
Probably.
How big is bigger?
It depends. It's different every time, but it's at least 50 feet.
That
Sounds dangerous.
Tall. And 10 feet at the base. 50 feet at the top.
And where exactly do these particles go when they're done funneling through?
They're spun around and then they fall. I would assume. I've
Yeah,
never created a
this
vortex.
sounds dangerous.
Very.
Sounds like that.
So what do we do, guys?
I don't know. I don't want to leave your friends in there, but I don't know that we have a choice.
I wouldn't feel right leaving them in there, but our main directive is to get Kafrik
Well,
and
it's not even to get her, it's to find her, which we have.
I mean, Lady Catriona did specify that we only needed to find her.
If Telf are out sending their armies, why don't we just tell them?
I believe I've tried that. While you guys go to the slums, I'm actually going to stay here. I have some scrying to do.
You need to promise us you'll be safe being here.
I'll be in here scrying.
Sure.
Okay.
Should we go then?
Okay.
I'll be right here.
I don't doubt that.
Got plenty of alcohol to keep me company.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. Maybe let's not scry and alcohol at the same
Oh,
time.
No, no,
wait till
scry-
after I'm done.
Scry first, and then
Yes.
let her do what she needs to do.
I think that's acceptable, yes.
Do you want company?
Maybe
do
we
you
should
want to be
leave
alone?
somebody here with you, just
I
in
would
case.
really like it if somebody...
We did agree on the buddy system.
I'll
Yeah.
wait.
Thank you, Sunday.
I believe the rest of us are strong enough to go in case something goes wrong. You guys can get out if you need to. Was there anything else that you learned? What happened with Madame Corsian when you were there?
In exchange for that information, I didn't do anything.
She told you all of this.
Yes. So granted, it does need to be taken with
A grain of salt.
Yeah, I don't mean to be a dick here, but
thinking the whole salt lick.
how
I
How much-
trust it.
you do?
I do.
And I trust you.
That's how Wes leads.
Alright.
I should have more information when you all get back.
Okay.
Sure. Shall we get going then?
And since we're all not feeling well tonight, that's where we're ended officially.
Woo!
Alright. You're giving me faces, Wiggum.
Lunch tomorrow is gonna be poison, bitch.
Oh goody, I'll bring lunch.
I'm gonna order for us.
Oh shit. Okay.
Seriously? So this was it?
No,
No?
not yet.
Well, you best pull something out of your ass, because... Fuck you, I hate you so much.
Yikes, dude. You got the hatred going on.
So much of it.
Casting shade.
Some major shade.
She's like a big elm tree.
I have a bullshit amount of notes on the prison.
Thank you.
That's good though. We need those for later.
Oh, you don't understand. I've been doing nothing but taking notes on everything about Undercity, like how it's laid out, how the people interact, that whole fucking arena thing, what's going on with the gardens, how the slums are separated, and absolutely everything to do with their military and the prison, so that when we get back we have the important information.
That's good.
Also, I have a big ass
stopped
note.
giving good notes when I got really fucking sick
The word
and
after
still
no.
played with you guys, even though I felt like death.
Yeah.
But I lost that
Weird.
sheet of notes that I
Fighters.
wrote that day, so I
Also,
just kinda gave up since
I
then.
have a all capital note that's underlined 3 times that says "Do not fight underwater." Yeah. Okay. So this, all of this is Undercity.
Good.
Good.
There's a lot here,
Alright.
including fingers.
Questions, comments, concerns I might be able to answer?
No. I
Okay.
don't think I have anything that you could answer.
Alright, well, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Actually, no, you won't.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll see you all in 2 weeks.
What?
What?
He's the amazing.
We're doing a game with Spencer that we may or may not have recording rights to, so.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, sure.
Alright, well, thanks all. See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.